Welcome to Constructed Chaos, where we run our D&D live stream
every Wednesday at 7 Central.
Yeah, it's Wednesday right now. Don't look at your calendar.
I got work tomorrow.
No, today is Saturday. We're running a very special live stream because next week Morgan and I are going to be at Gen Con. Woo! So hopefully I see you guys, some of you guys there. If not, I will be planning on coming back home with the new D&D rules. I heard they're releasing them early, and I am going to get one of those books, damn it.
Getting one.
Yeah. So if you're interested in all of the new rules for D&D, make sure to sub to the channel, like the video so that it gets pushed through the algorithm and more people get to come on the adventure with us tonight. But before we get started, I have to give a huge thank you to Grim for dropping another 5 gifted memberships in the chat. Woo. Thank you so much, man. It's good to see you here on a Saturday, and I'm glad you're able to make it. Maybe I'm not sure if you're working tonight, but maybe you'll be able to stay here late, burn the midnight oil with the rest of us. That said, we do also have our sponsors, Tabletop Beard, who are here with the Cleric Beard oil tonight. It smells like eucalyptus and mint berry. It is a very fresh smelling beard oil. I really like this one, especially because when you use code CHAOS20 at checkout and get 20% off of your order, you'll know that it's not a clerical error.
Oh. Boo!
Wow. You can't escape. You can't escape the dad jokes.
We get an extra
even
level
on an ad read.
Yeah, we get an extra level.
Ooh, yeah, 2 levels.
But no, thank you so much, Tabletop Beard. We love you guys, and be on the lookout for some new Tabletop Beard stuff coming soon. I have a pretty busy week coming up, but as soon as that's over, we are going to be working on something new and fresh and fun. Can't wait to share that. But until that comes out, do check out our friends over at Darkeport. They ran the finale on their next arc this last week. I actually haven't gotten to watch it yet because I was working out of town, but I am going to definitely go check that out because things were building to a pretty climactic point, and I'm sure that the session went amazing. It always does. Angel is
it definitely did.
Very talented GM. So I think all of our business is out of the way.
Now it's time to roll that beautiful bean footage.
It
but
is.
You thought I wasn't listening.
I thought you weren't. Through the darkest night of the Zashi, you have persevered. A thrall no longer, you watch as Torvos's chief, Flora's tyrannous uncle, is made whole, reuniting with Arvander and peacefully passing into the everlasting dream. The stars above twinkle as you thank the gods for your own survival in the midst of such adversity. But your heart continues to pound in your chest despite this. The weight upon your shoulders has been lifted and replaced by an even heavier burden as your eyes come to rest upon Ushtires, who, instead, weeps at the sight of the empty midnight sky. As sure as the dawn may rise upon these lands once more, a deep and endless hour of gloom threatens just beyond another not-so-distant sunset. You have glimpsed the source of this great evil and lived. Yet these dark machinations continue, seemingly unhindered by your many toils, trials, and triumphs.
You gotta say that again.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hey!
Don't do it.
And happy Gary Gygax Day. I forgot to mention that in the intro.
Who's Gary Gygax?
Coincidentally,
Oh, my God.
also, happy
Get him.
birthday, Grim, I think.
Question mark? Maybe?
Question mark?
I don't
Maybe.
know.
You mentioned something in the Discord. If it is your birthday, happy birthday, man. We
And
love
if
to
it's
see it.
Not your birthday.
Happy
Happiest
early
of days.
birthday.
Happy early
Yeah.
birthday or late.
Depending on how
Well,
close we
just
are.
cover
Either
all the
way,
bases.
either way, it's early.
It could be early and
It
you
could
just
be early.
roll all the way across.
Totally
Like,
early.
yeah.
Yeah, it rolls all the way over.
Yeah.
But now that chat has seen the intro and all of you have seen the intro, I confirmed beforehand.
Did you?
We rejoin.
That's not in my notes.
I passed my deception.
We rejoin the 4 of you following a very intense battle and a tearful ending to Thralland, Flora's tyrannous uncle. Night still hangs over Torvosa, but somehow the world around you feels just that much brighter. What is it that everyone is doing at this point?
Is what's her name? Shit, I forgot her name.
Lumakrell?
Ushti. Is she still here?
Ushti is there, and she's at this point reverted to her elven form.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna walk over. Is she still like a little kid, or is she like
She's still
older?
a little kid.
She grew up during that.
Aged 10 years.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up and kind of like take a knee in front of her and just put a hand on her shoulder, just like give a nod.
As you place your hand upon her shoulder, you feel she's been silent and maybe a bit nervous before, but you've never felt her quiver in the way that she is now. And as you spy her expression, you see that she is wiping tears away after having stared up into the empty midnight sky.
I'm gonna say, well, you better believe we're going to do something about that. In Draconic, obviously.
I may have to ask you to handle that for me. I don't think that I could bring myself.
Is she saying this in
hard.
common, or is she saying this in Draconic?
In Draconic.
Okay.
She's actually speaking?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a little surprised, but I'm gonna stifle it not to like stop this moment. Of course, you've done plenty without your help. I'm not sure that any of us would have made it out of this battle alive.
I was just trying to save her if I could.
She would have been proud.
I will make it so. I will make her proud. And as you kind of sit in the silence of this moment, not really sure what else you can say or do, you feel a presence upon you, all of you do, as a couple of Threllin's men round the corner, one of them a lemur folk dressed in shoddy robes, holding out a staff, sees Threllin's body on the ground. What happened here?
Isn't there?
Who are you?
Isn't there a necklace that Thrallin had that like signifies he's the chief?
Well,
I have the necklace of teeth, which,
belong to your mom.
yeah.
We're
who
looking for the
was
necklace of
chief.
chief, though. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Oh God.
What signifies the chief? Like, is it?
It would be the transformation more than anything.
I hold up a Polaroid that I took of Flora's eyes.
As all of you see this individual, you see another much larger, fairly burly tiefling with horns that almost branch out like antlers. Their green skin color and their larger demeanor with a big greatsword slung over their shoulder signifies they may have some authority. As they walk up, you see the lemur folk by comparison is quivering, shaking, seeing that Thralland is on the ground. But this individual kind of eyes him and looks up to the rest of you.
Seems we had an election, and seems the recount didn't go in his favor.
And what gives you the right?
We mean no harm to you guys. We're not here to attack anyone. We were just here to deal with Thralland and the evil that had corrupted his body. I am Flora, daughter of... I named her and I can't remember her name.
Biara.
Daughter of Biara, niece of Thralland. This is my birthright, and I will be taking over as chief.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh, can I help her?
I'm gonna say no.
Oh, damn.
You can chime in, but I don't think anything else that you say or do is gonna help.
Pretty persuasive.
You are.
Can I silvery barbs his roll?
I'm gonna...
You
That's okay.
can,
Dirty
but
20.
casting
You
a
got it.
spell at him may be seen as an act of aggression.
Dirty Twans.
That's fair.
Nice.
Okay.
What if I pick Flora to get the advantage and it looks like I'm casting a spell at both of them?
He drops his blade to the ground and digs it into the mud as he sort of leans on it a bit, looking across the four of you. lingering on you, Flora. And I'm just supposed to take you at your word.
I'll take out the necklace of teeth, and hopefully they know what that means.
What's the frog lady's name?
Lumacrel.
Yeah, Luma.
It's interesting that you...
Yeah, I'll say also Lumacrel knows.
And the other thing I was gonna say is here's her form, and I'll minor illusion. What she look like? Okay. I actually do have a Polaroid.
There you go.
He looks upon the image that you project into space, and even with such a great perception check, all the proof in the world, he sees his leader on the ground, Thralland, and begins to place a hand on the shoulder of the lemur folk and draw his blade back up, and you hear out of one of the side streets, "They speak the truth." And you see Lumacrel walks around the corner. "If you would allow me, I can show you what I have seen."
I'm beaten and blade. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Lumacrel approaches the tiefling commander and places a hand upon his forehead, specifically her thumb in the center. And as she sort of tilts her head back, Avatar style, you see her eyes roll over white and begin to glow sort of this amber color, which is very bright in the night. You see some of that magical energy sort of being channeled in through the point on her thumb to this tiefling's mind as she replays the events of the battle for him. More or less gives him a dream.
She was watching this whole time and didn't come help.
I don't think she could get close, right?
So,
Alex's NPCs don't fight.
Well,
yes, they do.
When they're fighting us.
I don't think she had told us she couldn't get close.
She pulls her hand back and looks to you, Odd. "Thanks to your efforts and clearing out the fog of this place, I was able to see everything myself. I came as soon as I can, but I'm slower than you all."
We didn't clear the fog. He did.
"A very capable young one. I thought as much. Your mother would be proud of you." And she sort of nods again and maybe makes eye contact with you for a moment, Valos, since you just finished telling her that.
What I tell you.
That's what I said.
I said it already.
I told you.
She then turns to the tiefling, who is now looking back towards you, Flora, and places his sword back into the ground, takes a knee, bows his head, and pulls the lemur folk down to meet his level.
Valoff would bow too.
"Forgive me, Chief. What would you have me do?"
Gather the people. It's time to end this chaos.
"Very well.
Channel name changes.
I think it would be best to spread the word. Let them know that the people of Zashitan have a new chief. Gather them here at the dawn. Let them see the new light of day for themselves." And he stands up, doesn't so much salute as he does give sort of a curt bow, and then begins to run back towards the city. It feels a bit weird even now to see the city in this area so empty, but you know that they've kept it clear due to the poisonous gas that was there up to this point. And so they move through the empty streets towards where the streets may be populated. Lumacrel turns to face the four of you, and again, you specifically, Flora. "I see you've succeeded in your quest."
I have, but I'm not sure it's over yet. And so I think I must continue my journey. And unfortunately, I'll have to leave this place once again, but this time I will return.
"I will look forward to your return."
Will you look over the tribe while I'm gone?
"You give me a great honor, a large burden.
But of course, dutifully, I accept.
Thank you.
Perhaps with the help of your friends, we may be able to stay in contact while you continue.
I was going to suggest that Odd
Kind of a
normally,
job for you.
Not Odd, Drazad can normally contact on certain days.
Right, not currently.
When the sun is
After I take a sleep, yes.
when the sun is in the correct positions,
Yeah.
Drazad can
Right.
contact.
Are you sure he's not faking it?
No.
No.
Do we still have the earring of sending?
No.
It's message.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can we give it to her?
It's not.
It's
not-
120 feet message, not sending.
No,
It's
message.
Sending.
Sending's the
That's
one, yeah.
Thank you.
I can cast.
He has an earring of
sending,
message,
though.
yeah.
Yeah. And I do have that on my list.
Yeah. Text message rates might apply.
If we get a string of people to stand all 120 feet away,
Yeah.
then we can message her. Just have to
I
play
just
the
went
But
to
telephone
then
game.
technically, that thought would be moving at the speed of light.
We'd be playing the message game instead of the
Blow her
telephone.
head right off.
You all must be very tired. So I appreciate you.
As she says that in the background, Odd only has low-level spells, so he's doing the equivalent of like eating all the cheese in Skyrim. Himself. Like, come on. Telling myself a bunch of healing words, like, wink, wink, don't die, don't die.
There is some manner of ceremony we must attend to before the dawn, before the people arrive. They will want to see you in the proper headdress. But
I knew it. I knew there was something.
Gonna get a fucking headdress.
I knew it. Yeah.
Fuck
yeah,
yeah.
you are. Fuck yeah.
perhaps we should first move to the top of Vengramatuk. This is
Ooh.
where the chief.
Ooh, I bet you this is where you gotta take the hallucinogens.
And
was
probably
just up
cast
there.
like a small animal into a fire or something.
No.
I do warn you, the previous king of Imsford is dead up there, cut in half, missing a hand. His hand's right there, and I'm going to point to the ground where the
Definitely
stat
not our
was.
doing.
Wait,
I was like, wait,
is
is it
his
part of
hand
them?
still there?
Yes.
Okay.
Period.
Then can I trust you to be on cleanup duty?
I'll just cast Firebolt as the hand, and then I...
Roll the hit. The hand is small.
I'm gonna look at Valoth in my like chief form, be like, Valoth,
It's gone.
I think you're on cleanup.
Oh, yeah.
Your
There's a
chief.
bit of burnt particulate there still.
I cast another Firebolt.
He was the one that revealed the message. I remember now.
Yes, yes.
Yes. XIVM, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here on a Saturday. Thank you everyone for joining us on not normal stream day. We just couldn't go 2 whole weeks without streaming. We had to be here with you guys, and you're showing me exactly why. I love having you guys along. Thank you.
Thanks.
Lumikrell leads you and your friends up to the top of Vengramatuk, and
Before we go up there,
yeah.
I mean, unceremoniously, wait for everybody to clear off,
Yeah.
and then go check Thrallin's body, like, for stuff.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Yeah. 19 on the dice.
and plus like 30. Look at those stats.
7.
Don't add your extra 8.
Yeah, no. That's a 26. By the way, thank you, chat, for giving us the gauntlets of ogre power. Because
Yes.
now I have completed my Thanos gauntlet, and all of my stats.
Yeah,
are now
if
in
you
the
guys
bottom.
haven't taken a look at Odd's stats on screen as it rolls by, do take note
actually have it
that he
myself.
does have the headband of intellect and the gauntlets of ogre power. So he's ridiculous right now.
You do have the headband.
Oh yeah.
I'm a
With
fucking
the-
chief.
There they
I mean,
With a 19, obviously you see the obsidian great
26.
axe. 26 total.
Yeah.
God. With
Okay.
a 19.
19's what I rolled.
26.
Excuse you.
Excuse me.
Whoa, whoa.
You might want to add a couple
Hey.
extra gold to whatever I'm about to find.
with your 26,
Yeah.
because my lord, you're able to easily see the obsidian great axe that has not disappeared. This is now rendered, as far as you can tell, magically inert, but it is still a very sharp great axe. It would function as a +1 great axe. You do also find the equivalent of 120 gold of like little gems and bits and baubles. You can just add that as gold value if you'd like. But then finally, because you rolled so well, over a 20, you do also see among his other wolf pelts and different accoutrements, there is a small ring on his pinky that looks like it's woven out of like white roots, and it's like a long ring. It's not just a circular band. It looks like the roots sort of wrap around his finger.
Oh.
Take it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that.
It looks like it looks nicer than anything else he's wearing. He's wearing a lot of like pelts and
Okay,
yeah.
I'll take all that stuff, and then
I do have identify.
yeah, I will. Drazad, I'll give you the axe, and say like, finally got some wares back.
1 out of 100.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cut yourself on it.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
fine.
you see Drazad, he just holds it for a couple minutes.
Oh, you cut yourself on it? You're undead now.
Yeah. It's worth
Doesn't
it.
matter. We're
Yeah, it's worth it.
changing my race.
Drazad has found his wares. One of them.
You're
Um,
dead and you're trying to kill us.
And then I'll give the ring to you and say, this looks interesting. And
It does.
and then yeah.
Firebolt again.
Now I would like to put my hand inside the thrall and work him like a puppet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll start ritual casting identify on this as we walk up the steps.
Okay.
Anything to get a performance check.
Yeah.
Wait.
So
So you can really flex those stats.
the four of you reach the top of Vengermatuk in not very much time, although the steps do leave you just a little winded now that the adrenaline of battle has subsided.
I also have a level of exhaustion right now.
Oh
You
yeah.
do. You do have a level of
I
exhaustion.
do.
Now that I'm a little stronger, I will pick up Laura and take her with me.
She's like,
Put on your Thanos hands and
Yeah.
start. Yeah.
okay, Miss Maple.
Once you're up there, Lumakrell moves into
Wet.
the large chamber at the top of Vengermatuk, specifically to not necessarily like sort of an open cubby or closet in the wall in there. They have a number of different ceremonial dressings, including a very colorful dress that looks like it is made up of peacock feathers in different colors, different assortments. It very much resembles the wild shape that you can now take.
Hell yeah.
And as she passes it to you for you to wear, she begins to weave some extra feathers into your hair. Some of them you recognize from the surrounding wildlife, but others appear to have been dyed in different colors and aren't naturally that color. Are you still casting Identify on the ring? Are you trying to do it secretly, or are you just doing it? Lumakrell would see you doing that, and as your Identify finishes, you realize that this is a... shoot, what did I name it? Basically, it is a magic item that does require attunement by a spellcaster. And when you cast a spell, the level of the spell that you cast is turned into temp HP.
Oh, that's pretty
Dang,
dope.
that's cool.
Very, very
That's
nice
pretty
magic
cool.
item. Yeah.
I would explain as much.
What item was this again?
The ring.
Ring of Roots
Splinter.
Where did we get that?
off
Off
of
of
Rollins'
Rollins'
I just
pinky.
lied. Yeah, I just looted it.
I was like, it's not listed.
We call it Splinter.
Yeah, he was not a
Oh no,
spell.
Master Splinter.
It's a caster's warding band. That's
Okay.
what I named it. But as you finish your Identify, Lumakrell moves to you. I see you found the Deldexia family ring. This was Caladorn's that time. He had it made, fashioned from the roots of a very rare tree, now thought to be extinct. It is fitting that your group should have it.
And who is Caladorn again? Was that your
That's my
Flora's
grandfather.
Your grandfather. The one that split the tree,
Oh.
right?
Here's your family heirloom.
Yeah, like, You go to hand it to her, and then like she tries to take it, and you're like, no,
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you see Odd's hand like.
nah, no.
No, I'd have to get rid of it. I very much enjoy
has
the
all
things
the
that I have
rings.
on my tune too.
Yeah.
The roots of the tree that may very well not exist anymore are able to absorb magical energies from the earth around to make its bark stronger. It will do the same thing for you as you wear it. When you channel magical energy or spells, it will make your skin stronger.
Your bark will literally become bigger than your bite.
What was it called again?
It is
Master
the
Stone.
Caster's Warding Band. It
not
is
a
a
real
custom
thing.
magic item.
Yeah.
It's not in there, but
I didn't know if you had a homebrew one. That's
I
cool.
didn't make it yet.
That's cool.
It's not gonna. It shouldn't bake anything into the. I don't know how you would bake that into anything, but
Just
you
basically
heard what
know
it does.
anytime you cast a spell, whatever level of the spell you
Gives me
cast
temporary.
is made temporary hit points.
Okay.
And just remember that temp HP doesn't stack, so you'd be replacing it every
But
time.
it does
I
stack
always
with
forget that it's stacked.
it does
Yeah.
stack with the temporary tip points.
The Hippery temple.
Hip-
Temporary
Tip
tip points. They're
points.
different.
And now that I'm done casting Identify, I start blasting the dead Tilly.
Blasted.
Honestly. Oh boy.
I pull out both of my guns and I start shooting with him.
Best use of Firebolt.
Yeah. Willem Dafoe's in the background going, "There was a firefight!"
So, after you don your ceremonial dress and the stage is set, more or less,
It smells a little bit like dead bodies, but the people down there won't be able to
That's
tell.
okay.
the stars in the sky begin to diminish a bit by way of sun's light as the night sky begins to grow sort of a paler shade of blue, and you can see down below, they look like ants from this high up. People are beginning to gather below Vengramatuk, and Lumakrell gives you a nod. Just time, whenever you are ready. They will listen.
I'm really nervous to give this speech. I have one prepared. Very nervous. Okay.
I would like to be your herald,
Okay.
if you don't mind.
What's that mean?
I'm going to introduce you to
Oh, yes,
everybody.
please.
And then while you blow the horn, I'll be behind. I'll walk up behind you, throwing like flowers.
I want to
I,
shoot
as
some.
Morgan,
Okay.
am very nervous, and this is helping.
I
want to shoot some Firebolt fireworks.
Period.
How many ways can I use Firebolt this session?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I will say, with all of this help, make a performance check, straight roll, even though you are exhausted. You feel reinvigorated
Oh,
by.
I should have rolled a
It's okay.
but
You took-
I
you
took
took a
them
dice
in the
roll,
chat
yeah.
anyway, yeah. Performance, you said?
Yep.
13.
Okay. As you step out, you do feel yourself stumble for a moment on this long dress that you're not quite used to wearing, but you catch yourself and you steady your breath, ready to deliver your words to the people as your friends and allies support you. You've never felt quite this level of kinship.
Can I?
Maybe not since leaving this place the
Can I
first
also
time.
skywrite Flora in the sky?
You can.
Okay.
You absolutely can.
I've totally forgotten I had Skywrite prepared. Or it's a
love
ritual,
that.
but yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Chief Flora or whatever the proper title is. Yeah.
That's funny.
You step out and you see a number of people below begin to look and point towards the top of Vengramatuk. Thrallin's body has since been moved, but they can still see some signs of battle below, and you can see some of them carry a little bit of worry upon their expression.
I'll walk up and slam my staff down to get everyone's attention. My beloved Zashi, today I stand before you with a very heavy heart, but also a renewed sense of hope for our people. You have faced many challenges and endured much under the shadow of Thrallin's evil leadership, and I am here to tell you that it is over. The fall of Thrallin brings opportunity for change and to restore what was lost. As the new leader of these lands, I pledge to lead with honor, compassion, and integrity. Though I have been gone for many years, my heart has forever stayed in Zashatan. But our journey towards healing will require more than just my leadership, and I must embark on a journey to ensure our future is secure and all other threats to our peace are eradicated. During my absence, I am placing all of my trust into Lumacrel, who has shown me and this tribe unwavering dedication and strength. I'm confident you will thrive under her guidance. Please give her the support you would show me. We cannot do this alone. Let us stand united as one and embrace the changes coming. For Ashen.
As dawn breaks over the horizon, casting a golden glow upon the lush expanse of Torvosa, you stand atop Vengramatuk. The faces of your people, weary yet hopeful, look to you with reverence and anticipation. With the sun rising, painting the sky in hues of promise, you step forward, your heart swelling with the weight of your new responsibility. And as the Wolf of Dreams, your voice carries the renewed strength and wisdom of your ancestors. In this moment, you embrace your destiny as the chief of Torvosa, leader of the tribes, vowing to guide them with compassion and courage, to heal the wounds of the past, and to forge a future where dreams once again flourish under the canopy of the ancient jungle. As you chant for Zashitan, the people of Torvosa raise their fists as well and begin cheering in earnest, excited to see what new joys this next chapter brings to their people. Lumacrel takes your side and nods at you. Her fish face turned into what you can only estimate as a smile.
Can I, take my headdress and, place it on her as she stands next to me?
You can. Yeah. And it starts to kind of slide off.
Yeah.
But she catches it with her, webbed hands and sort of gives you a slight bow as she turns to the people, slams her own staff onto the ground, and with her fishy feet begins to sort of, walk down the steps. Be not afraid, people of Torvosa. I have always been one of you, and I will see to it that our chief's new ambition is seen through. The people sort of crowd around the bottom of Vengramatuk, and you see Lumacrel turn to you and your friends and sort of motion for you to follow.
I'll go join her.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. The four of you follow Lumacrel through the streets of Torvosa, now seeing them more lively than ever. Dawn's light washing these sort of amber hues over every structure and every branch, every new leaf. In sort of a parade-like procession, you move through the crowd. I imagine you guys are still firing little fire bolts and doing all your things.
How are the Thrall's men taking it?
Make an insight check.
Huh?
Man.
Yeah.
Tell them to get wrecked.
Insight?
What is that, a 30?
19.
With your 19, you can see some people, in particular the ones that you might have estimated to be Thrall's men, are a little less enthused, but they're accepting. And you gather that it must be because Thrallin ruled via a might is right claim to the throne. Flora has proven to be of the correct lineage. The word has spread that she can transform into the Ayanook. These people cannot contest her claim to the chiefdom.
I'm going to pull Lumacrel and Flora together and say, hey, it's totally your decision, but there's still threats out there. People still need protection. Might be a good time to pull Thrallin's men into the fold by, letting them become the army or
The
of
militia.
Zashitan. And you do that by saying you're our army and we're going to pay you.
We're going to pay you with Valoth's money.
Yes.
I told you guys that out of session. Or out of character. You don't know that I have that money.
It didn't happen.
No, I
But look,
think that's a
hey,
great
so these
idea.
guys look a little jumpy.
Yeah.
So they might leave or they might
Turn on
form
you.
some other type of thing.
Yeah.
So
You make an astute observation.
Yeah.
I doubt they would be willing to challenge your right to rule while you remain here, but perhaps knowing that you put me in charge, they could see fit to challenge my rule.
Yeah, well, let's do everything we can to Get them on our side.
Overhearing this, the little elven girl behind you all makes a running leap in front of you, and as she does, she transforms into the green dragon.
That's on our side now.
As she begins to sort of fly overhead in a circle. Odd, you see the very men that you just kind of saw as maybe a little less enthused, now like wide-eyed looking at the young green dragon. As Lumacrel turns upwards, she looks to the crowd around you and speaks to them. A new chapter indeed. Arethisa is gone, but her child yet remains. And people begin to cheer.
Yeah.
I look at some of those stunned guards. It was like first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I add and Ushti to my skywrite.
Yeah. And Ushti. Yeah.
And Lumacrel.
Yeah. Just a long list.
Yeah.
And Odd and Drazad and Valov.
When you were rushing through the city streets of Torvosa to get to the pyramid as fast as possible, the city felt large. It felt like you couldn't get through it fast enough. The streets seemed to stretch for miles. But in this joyous occasion, through this procession full of happy faces, joyful tears, the streets feel shorter than ever. And in no time at all, you have reached the edge of Torvosa. A trail leads you back in the direction where you've left your ship, where Flora's home once was, and where Lumacrel first took you. Lumacrel stands at the edge of the city, a crowd at her back. I believe this is where we will see you off.
I've been drinking from his tankard the whole time.
Well, you're not flying first.
Oh, I know the combination. Just kidding. Don't ever fly an airship and drink. Yeah.
And drive. Don't
And
fly
drive.
an airship and
Don't
drive.
drink and drive and fly an airship, everybody. All right. We don't condone that.
Be safe as you continue your adventure. Deliver our chief home to us, please. Let us know if anything changes, and I will look for your call. As she bows more deeply than before now.
I'm gonna bow back to her, because she's taking my place right now, and tell her we'll be in touch as often as possible.
People of Torvosa, your chief has spoken! And they all begin to cheer and applaud. And as you move into the jungle beyond Torvosa, you hear that applause continue and fade over time.
Before I go,
further and further away.
I want to walk up to Lumacrel, and I want to give her a hug and then kiss her long and deep. Yeah, exactly. And then back up and be like, I've always wanted to do that.
Make a
Constitution saving throw.
I was just about to say it.
I guess this would be, we'll call it persuasion. I feel like this would be persuasion.
Romance check.
I got a 28.
So
Okay.
close to being a nat 20.
As you begin to kiss her long and hard, at first you can feel like she's kind of pulling away from you, and like she's getting away due to like her slimy scales. But after a moment, she sort of accepts it and is like, you know what? If not now, then when?
Yeah,
She begins to kiss you back, and her mouth opens wide like a big mouth bass, and like your entire face is in there.
You pull back and your hair is all stuck forward.
When the witch hat
remember-
brim is turned up, and when you pull your face away, there's like a red mark all the way around.
You've got a
Remember
face hickey.
the Kylie Jenner lip trim when
Yeah.
people were put in bottles? That's what
Yeah.
your whole face looks like.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But she kind of gives you a nod. I'll admit I want you to do that too.
Oh, yay.
Valve is gonna try to
I give her,
stifle
I give her another hug. Dude. Let go.
You straight up hit Drazad like 30 feet back, just.
Flora's just standing there
For what it's worth, she looks very cute in her headdress.
Oh, yeah.
in my headdress.
Yeah, right.
Whoa, Mabel.
As I'm walking the ship, I'm like telling Drazad, I'm like, you're never gonna get an opportunity to kiss a fish person. Ever. Well, you like win.
Drozad is okay with that.
Yeah, well-
That's fine.
Yeah, that tracks.
That's okay.
So then, as the four of you return from whence you came, in no less than an hour, you're back at your flying ship, the Copper Griffin.
I move all the branches and shit that I covered it with.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
And then I'll unlock it. And so, where are we headed?
Well, you told us you had that
Well.
dream, right? Or do we know that out of session? I don't remember.
I don't think he told
No,
us because
yeah,
we
okay,
ended
I
the
was trying
session
to
with
think,
that. I
yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, in your perspective, the blade just happened to clang off your armor. and-
Yeah.
Well, there's probably a couple different options that we could go. Do we know which way the dragon flew off necessarily?
I believe I saw it go a little north, but I'm not too sure. More than that, do you want me to
Make a survival check.
What's your plus?
survival +5? Okay. Because I'm pirate Valor.
Oh,
I have a +9.
God.
Oh, 18.
Okay.
Period.
I think
With
I
your
saw
18,
it.
you can't ascertain like perfect, exact, precise direction, but you know it was flying a little bit northwest. Not directly north, but just like maybe slightly west.
It went a little northwesterly.
Where's-
Westerly.
Freudon.
It went north.
Let me pull up the map.
That'd be
I've
north of
updated it.
us, right?
So
Map
Fordon's
time.
northeast of where we are.
Oh, okay.
So it went.
yeah, so you guys are in Torvosa
northwesterly.
currently,
Maps.
and Freudon is way
Oh, I
up
see.
here.
So
Past
it's not to the
Nara,
west.
kinda
Freudon
past
is
OG.
north and just a little bit east.
So we would assume that
Damn, Daniel.
the dragon was going towards maybe Soji.
or
That
Mesquite.
direction. Or
Or
Mesquite.
Mesquite.
Or...
In that general direction. Hard to ascertain
Right.
exactly, but yeah.
Leave her alone.
Well, if
Okay.
Are we going to Cauldric in Freudon?
I have also been working on something. We could head.
I just saw it on the map.
It's
might have.
What was the sea?
What's that little dragon doing up there?
Ganladier.
That dragon's
Oh,
been, that dragon's
that's been there since, like, the first campaign.
First,
That's not
Yeah,
anything.
and he was
Yeah.
always like, y'all never picked up on that.
I was like, what is that?
What's that town? What's that big city?
This one?
Yeah.
That's Ganladier.
Okay, gotcha.
I have been working on a spell. If we would like to go head that way, I can potentially spy on the dragon tomorrow.
Do I need
Oh.
glasses? No.
Okay, that is a fancy spell.
Have you mentioned Freudon yet?
No, I was about to get
Okay.
to. So well, if the dragon flew
Northwestern.
northwestwardly, that is a little
Westwardly.
oddly of what Drazad was thinking. So Drazad's Pyraxis, great and powerful, all be he. I don't know what it has to do with the obsidian, but I'm being called to Freudan for some reason.
Didn't you say you made the obsidian came from the bones of a dragon?
What?
What?
Drazad,
No.
What?
Drazad, I think when during all the chaos,
yeah.
when we were talking about all the obsidian, you said
Oh,
it came from
the obsidian
Varamarac's skeleton.
Bones, right?
Yeah.
The
The obsidian?
Double fist.
The magma?
Magma.
I don't know what you're trying to say. I'm missing it.
Hilt, like the hilts were made of.
Well, basically, the in a sense, any obsidian pulled from Dolakar Hind would be considered,
Oh,
bones
I see.
of
Right.
Varalmar.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll explain that to you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Yeah. That's.
I know. See, that is where I was confused.
Well, no.
I don't know why it's going to the west and not the east.
Yeah,
Well,
and
like I
the other
said-
thing too is like the guy was using the obsidian
Right.
as an anchor to direct power
Right.
from
It was
Zealous,
like a receiver. He
Right.
was
from
using
the
a staff,
raft,
yes.
right? Reflecting off of the scar
Right.
down to it. Well,
Right.
why doesn't
Or
the
well,
So now, theoretically,
Right.
that dragon can...
Well, the dragon has both. The dragon has the
Right.
staff and
Right.
the obsidian within it, so it doesn't need this. The scar is always, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's always equidistant. So it is just a good place to send the magic
Right. It's just
through
very convenient.
because it's the shortest path between any 2 points.
Your chief has something to say.
We are listening.
You don't have to call me chief. No, but 2 things. I don't know if we should chase this dragon because
Oh, it hurt.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Second of all, can't we locate the
Staff?
staff?
It,
that,
it has a range. We have to be
Capital
within
point.
1,000 feet of it, I believe.
okay.
Well, I can.
Locate object is
'Cause
within
if we-
1,000 feet, right?
That might be able to tell us like the direction.
Yes. Well, then that was.
And then, but I think we should go figure out whatever's happening in Freudon because maybe we can get more weapons.
Yes.
The thing that I think is we need the type of protection that you had.
Yeah.
Yes, because you didn't get hit by that.
No, I didn't. Do you know why? Because you kind of helped make this.
Yeah, Pyraxis. He protected you.
Okay.
Axis?
I have an inkling that Pyraxis is not happy with what's happening.
I would
don't
think
know why.
not.
Just
Wait,
dog.
so,
Just a little dog. Little dog.
so Pyraxis is not only like a god.
I like that both of our brains went there.
It's the way he said happy because he did it in Drazad's voice. It was happy.
The Pyraxis is not only a god of creation and the forge and things like that.
Right.
But I mean, he's a dragon, right?
No, see, no, Drazad misspoke a couple of times. That was his apologies.
Like a
Pyraxis accidentally, in the beginnings, he accidentally created Varamurak,
What is
the
that
dragon.
again? Oh.
The
Oh.
dragon that we fought in the Forgotten Flame.
Is he a dwarf? What is Pyraxis? Do we know?
it's just a
Our deities.
I mean, he is
Or is
a
he just
god.
a
He can
guy?
I don't know if they're-
shapeshift and is an entity, if
Ah,
anything.
I see.
Yeah.
Understand.
You might not know how he started.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
So,
We're like this, but like not like this.
so do you
know?
think if we go to Freudon, maybe we can become like this?
I
Maybe we can all be protected by Pyraxis?
I mean, that is
That
where
would be very nice.
I think we need to go next. I mean,
We
the
all
only
need to take a level in cleric.
well, the only
One level into Forge Cleric.
Cleric,
yeah.
the party.
have you heard about the great and powerful god Pyraxis,
You have a
our
minute
Lord
to
and
talk
Savior?
about our Lord and Savior Pyraxis.
I've served one.
They're good. They're good.
I've served one.
We've been trained.
As soon as it happened, I
We've
freaked
been
out.
training them out of it.
That was so good.
I've served one kind of dragon god before. I don't look to serve another.
Right, correct. Right, right. The dream.
I haven't yet.
Also, I'm
It's
still
not all it's cracked up to
I'm
be.
still not 100%. I still feel like there's something going on with him and
There's a
this
lot
other
going on
dragon.
with him over
To
here.
Freudon! And he full thrust downward as the ship takes off.
That's gonna be a short.
Make
That one
another
over here.
make another survival check as you steer the ship out of this cluttered
It
canopy.
is another 18.
Okay.
Exactly
That was so
the same
good.
roll.
The ship lifts off the ground, and you're able to maneuver it carefully through the canopy before ascending just above the treetops. You take off in earnest and begin piloting towards Freudon.
Yeah,
With
Freudon's like
your-
the whole country. Like, do we know where we're supposed to be going, Freudon?
You don't.
Okay.
I mean, I guess maybe,
Maybe
but you guys can.
Pyraxis will
yeah.
tell us.
You guys can.
It's all in that direction, yeah.
Can you
but
ask Pyraxis?
at the
He
very
can now.
least, you know that it would take over roughly 7 days to get to the border of Freudon.
We're gonna have to make a lot of stops.
Cool.
It'll take
6
some
or
time.
7 days to get to the
7?
border?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is
And
it that
the sh-
far away?
The ship goes 3
It
days
is.
at a time, right? Or 2 days?
2.
2. That's right.
2
How
at a
is it
time.
that far away?
It is.
Where did we come from?
It took
Where are
2
we
days
going?
to get from Rayjet to
it's
Torvosa.
definitely that
Where
far.
did he come
And then-
from, Kat and I?
Cut and I do.
We're in
It took
Torvosa.
2 days to get from Rayjet to Torvosa?
Yes. So then you just
I
sort
see.
of, yeah.
I see.
I checked before the stream.
Yeah, because
I thought
it
you
didn't
might
take
be
us like a
heading there.
month
I
to get from
believe you.
Eretheos to like Nivera.
Man, we
Or like
need
2
like a
weeks
bullet
or something
train.
like
It took
that.
you a
we
couple
took a boat.
weeks.
We took,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
we
was
took
a
a
while.
boat.
We're in a
Yeah.
flying airship. I think that might be the fastest travel that we can achieve
know.
in
Like
this
giant
world.
teleportation spell. I don't
mean,
think
it
there's
is
anything.
like a big flying tank. It's not necessarily super fast.
We
but
can sprint it, but then we have to stop sooner. So I think we net 0.
you lose
Absolutely.
time on that.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So, as you are traveling on the first leg of your journey, is there anything anyone would like to be doing? You've certainly got time on your hands.
I want to scrawl on the dragon.
Okay. I believe the dragon needs to make a save, correct?
Yes, and there's some stipulations. So I have a question for you.
I already looked at it
Okay.
A bunch of pluses on that.
No, not
because you
I
were
met it, so
you were
it's 0.
kind enough to tell me before the session that you were getting scrying. So
Yes.
I figured that's where that was
And
going.
then it doesn't have any negatives to its roll because I don't have like a picture of it. Unless you want a minor illusion while I scry.
I
Picture of.
I will allow them to have a -4 on the roll.
Oh, because we have the thing.
Wait, who added this note?
We have the battle axe.
Which one?
Correct.
Sorry, we had the
What are
battle
you
axe.
looking
Yeah.
at?
Is this? Yeah, it's Brett. Never mind.
So I'm gonna go ahead and roll for that.
Where are you?
Gotcha.
I created a new note.
I mean, one could argue because like whatever's possessing this dragon possessed me at once. Do I know it really well?
Would that battle axe be part of his body?
You make a sound argument, but not sound
Would
enough.
that battle axe be part of his body? I
No,
mean,
that's
I deemed it -4
Possession.
because I was like it's muddy there.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Let's see. Wisdom, right?
Yep. The wisdom
Who'd have
save.
thought this guy has a -5 in wisdom?
What is your save? DC?
17.
He saves.
Ooh.
Well, game.
Bro, why does every
Yogi.
5th level spell
I will
need,
try
like, a
again
billion
on
gold?
day 2.
Okay.
Do you have multiple castings? In
No,
there? Just one.
and you can only once they save you. Either way, you can only do it again in 24 hours.
Okay. So, is anybody else doing anything?
I want to do something, but I'll do it last.
While we fly?
Yeah.
I'll go because I would want to do this like as early as possible.
Okay.
I'm assuming we're gonna like long rest, and I would do it after this because it's a 5th level spell that I just got.
Sure.
I would like to commune with Pyraxis.
Everybody
Okay.
get out.
Yeah, literally.
Are you familiar, or do I need to read it?
I'm trying to remember because I
It's
know there's a few
basically-
spells like it. but-
Yeah, so I get 3 questions that can be answered with yes or no, or unclear potentially.
Right.
In a case where a one-word answer could be misleading or contrary to the deity's
It's the
interests.
Yes, I remember
it's
this.
the
You can offer a
magic
short
8
phrase
ball.
spell.
This
Yeah,
was
yeah,
my. I'm gonna use it every day.
all the time.
yeah.
I can
did it
ritual cast
every
it.
morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can.
Oh,
But
yes.
weren't
You'd
you
be
like
like, "Hey."
communing with Caranton back then too?
I was
No.
sending to Caranton.
Yeah, you were bugging him.
Yes, I was like, how many ways can I ask these NPCs that Alex have given us that are all knowing? how many ways can I ask them
What was
things?
your deity again?
It was Osiris.
Osiris.
yeah.
Yeah, he would ask him every time.
Is the sun gonna rise today?
Like,
No.
hey,
No.
it worked one time where he.
Oh, well,
like,
that was something different that I did, but yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I did do that. Did work one time.
So, Drazad, you bring yourself below deck
Yeah.
and to a quiet place, relatively quiet. The only noise that you can really hear down here is the clang and clatter of the metal that you forged
That is
using
comforting
your
to me.
blessing.
Yeah.
And it sort of helps you to get in that same zone. You hear that sort of
Metronome.
harmonic rhythm reverberating through the lower deck, and you cast Commune with Pyraxis. What would you like to ask him?
So the first question would be, should we be going to Freudan right now?
Yes. And I'll say, whenever you're getting these answers, they're not necessarily words that you're hearing, but just like a feeling.
A vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a vibe.
Vibe check.
Imagine
From
like,
your god.
peanut butter baby going,
I just feel
The engine hums in like sweet harmonious fashion, and if he says
Yeah.
no, it's like an odd
I
driving.
feel warm.
If it says no, it goes.
it backfires.
Crap. Sorry.
Yeah, you're okay.
Is the dragon possessed by the Ashen?
You hear a swirl of metallic noises, a combination of dissonant and harmonic. That would almost give you an indication of
Yeah.
not sure.
Okay, that's what I was.
What did the magic 8-ball say?
Ask again.
yeah,
ask
ask
again
it
later.
Ask it again later.
Um,
The answer is unclear.
Yeah.
is the danger from the obsidian over with?
Now you're sure. You hear a level of dissonance swirling through the chamber, and that harmony drops out. You feel a chill run up your spine, as if your god tells you no.
Okay, that's what I was
It's not
figuring.
over.
Okay. All right. And I would, not long after I would finish communing, I would get up and go let you guys know that. No, I sat down and talked to Pyraxis. You can see new things. I can talk to new things, apparently.
Yes. Well, I've been
Cool.
working on this spell ever since I saw whatever was spying on Odd all those times, and I thought maybe I could do the same. But
You
that
worked
is
on it?
What?
yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
I've been developing my spells and my spell.
Oh, it's like something was spying on me.
Someone's spying on me?
Yes, the little girl. And
What?
and Val's starting to understand sarcasm now.
All the time? All the time?
Wait, was Ushti really spying on him?
No, the little ghost girl that he met.
Like, even in the bathroom? That's not cool.
The good news is, for a day, and I'm almost 100% positive is the right place that we need to be going. It is also, I believe, still connected to the threat of the obsidian.
No.
I don't know how and I don't know why, other than that mithril is about the only metal that outranks obsidian, with a couple other here and there. But
I was wondering about that. Is there like a hierarchy of metal?
What does sunsteel fall
Probably.
on? It's definitely below mithril, but is it above obsidian?
I would probably put it pretty comparable with obsidian. I don't know if they're necessarily comparable in the same ways is the issue.
What about adamantium?
That is fake. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's the thing.
In
Um,
D&D, yeah.
No, I know.
It's made out of meteorites.
Right. No, we had this discussion
Yes,
before. And
we
Drazad
did.
does
I
not.
know.
No, I've never
Yeah,
met. I did
Drazad.
not know that was real. Actually.
Yes, I had to explain it to you.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
The Smith.
Yeah. I've never. Look. Okay. I've never. Not my fault.
He's an
To the
obsidian
to-do
smith.
list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learn about metals.
Yeah.
Get good at metal.
I'm adding it.
You turn the obsidian axe into an actual axe.
Get
like a
good. I mean,
spell.
yeah. No. There was something else I was gonna do, but I don't remember what it was. Because I mean, we have a couple days.
Brett, you had something?
I was waiting until I finished.
You can go ahead while I'm. I don't think.
Are you doing this at the end of the whole journey or just the end of the first day?
First day. So the feeling very overwhelmed by a near-death experience with a dragon and kind of soul-searching once again, kind of like from the last near-death experience he had. Will sit down with his shield and his sword and try and commune again with Zave.
Okay. Make a religion check for me.
Okay. That's gonna be 16.
What do you say? I mean, it can be in your mind. You don't necessarily have to say it out loud, but what are you searching for?
He feels a resolve. He feels where he was lost before and he was looking for answers and he was looking for guidance. I think he feels a purpose and he feels a calling, and he wants to ask permission
you feel a warm presence in the space that you now dwell as your thoughts focus on your mother. You feel that warmth ripple throughout your body, as if it means to say, it is always accepting of you, like a mother's love is. And as you open your eyes, you do see sort of a faint apparition of her, almost like a wisp of smoke that catches on some last rays of sunlight pouring through the open cargo bay door.
This is the right way. He just kind of says to the apparition, this is the most good I can do.
I am proud of you. Stay the path. See where it leads. You feel that presence begin to leave, but a bit of that warmth clings to you. That feeling in your heart, knowing that you're making your mother proud in one way or another, and in your own way, more specifically. That stays with you. Is there anything anyone else wants to do?
On the first day still, I'm working on... In between, like I'm assuming like we usually do, we're taking shifts flying and whatnot. And in one of my breaks, Valve is furiously poring over like spell books and his spell book, and now that he's finally cracked the code to scrying, he's gonna copy over innervation from one of the spell scrolls and mislead from one of the spell books. So it consumes the scroll, but it's still in the other book.
Nice. Yeah, you learn these spells and spend what little downtime you have preparing for your next leg of the adventure. Who knows what that might bring.
And he's got his unseen servant like holding a book up for him as he's flipping, and he's like writing another one, and he's like
he's doing multiple monitors. Monitors is the thing.
Is there anything that Flora's doing at this point?
I don't really have anything in mind, except maybe the only thing I potentially thought would maybe be to try to reach out to Arvander.
Okay.
In the like afterlife, even though I know it's
a bit of a stretch.
End, but yeah.
I'll have you make a religion check. I'll say at disadvantage this time.
There's... I have a spell now I didn't have. And I feel like I can take really good advantage of. And it's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't quite figure it out.
What's the spell?
Okay.
Creation.
Yes.
You feel, as you reach out, you feel the connection that you had with Arvander still present, but your emotions perhaps are just running a bit hot after everything that's occurred. And you begin to gather that perhaps even the afterlife, as Thrallin and Arvander have been made whole, and they move to wherever exactly it is that souls go when they are put to rest. Maybe that doesn't happen immediately. Maybe they need some time to settle as well.
Yeah.
What was the other thing that you were considering, Prasad?
He was trying to figure out how to break creation, I think. The spell.
That's a fun one.
Figurative.
Break creation.
We're going to Freudian to kill God.
No, because the only other thing I would want to do, I would need, unless Valoth wants to loan me 450 gold pieces.
If you ask around, Valoth might be like, I have some money to spare.
If you catch Valoth when he's not Pirate Valoth,
I'll be Valoth.
I will say, if you wait a day, I am planning to switch while we're on this flight.
Well, so Valoth, hear me out. I put an eye patch on.
He moves it to the other eye.
He pokes you in the other eye.
you're blind now.
So hear me out. I have this. I don't know if I could really learn a whole lot necessarily more about the Ashen or what we already don't know. But Pyraxis, right? He taught me about this new thing called legend lore.
Oh, I almost picked that one up too.
I could potentially name or describe Elwind and maybe learn more information from him. But that would be really the only thing. It would just I would need the small.
We
loan
know a
of
lot about Elwind.
450 gold
We would
pieces.
want Descartes. We believe he's the Ashen. Descartes of the Mist is, I believe, the same thing as the Ashen.
Oh,
Slay.
Elwind was trying to bring somebody back to learn about their magic, and I believe them all. The person Elwind was trying to bring back, Descartes and the Ashen, I believe, are all the same person.
oh, okay. See, this is why Drazad is the note taker and you are the note organizer. You know?
Organizer.
Organizer.
Like he has the
As
money.
Valve, while you're talking, Valve is like writing things in a notebook that the unseen servant's holding up. He's like, yes.
Right. Do you think it would be worth 450 gold?
Oh, yes. So you're looking for like a...
The small loan.
Yeah, yes. Of course.
Loan. Perfect.
Oh, right now?
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay, I have to go get it.
Well, we had some time. Where is it at? What do you mean?
Val will walk away.
You see Drazad just like look around on the ship like...
Like you're not sure if you should watch him get it. Like you
Yeah,
should be
it's-
polite and look
it's a
away, but
30-foot
also
ship.
yeah.
Yeah, and he'll come back and here's your 450 gold.
It's like somebody putting in their ATM number.
Yeah.
You go to... You go to hand it to me, and as you do like this, I just immediately slap my hand on top of it and go, Descartes of the Mist, and cast Legend Lore.
Okay.
And all the gold just...
All the gold.
Does half of the knowledge go into me and half the knowledge go into him now? How does this work?
Your thoughts and memories get crisscrossed. And yeah.
Didn't even read
I
it.
start talking like Jazad.
Yeah,
He starts talking like me.
Yeah.
It's a Freaky Friday situation.
Whoa.
You saw they're coming out with a...
I
yeah.
saw.
Sorry. Do you have it pulled up, or do you need me to send it to you?
Legend lore I haven't
Yeah,
pulled up.
okay.
So I guess like the brief
bring
important
my
summary
sweatshirt.
of Descartes
I
of the
know, I
Mist
gotta bring my own.
would be that he was born to the people of the Mist that were able to sort of blur the lines between the ethereal plane and the living one, essentially connecting themselves to all places afterlife. They had a very powerful connection to not necessarily the undead, but just the afterlife in general. In particular, Descartes was extremely powerful with this gift. He was very apt at using it. And unlike his peers, he sought to... Yep.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I saw your hand go up.
No, I was
Um,
freaking out on my side.
Unlike his peers, he saw fit to use that power for his own gain. Almost taking advantage of the magical power of the afterlife to... not necessarily create undead, but to siphon off that magic for his own purposes. Things like extending his own life. And as he increased his talents, the people of the Mist began to worry. They decided to excommunicate him, but he did not leave alone. There were people that he had more or less convinced of this paradise he hoped to create, wherein the afterlife and the living world would be one. They followed him, and he sought to create this paradise, but ultimately he failed in doing so. It is thought that he died before he was able to see his plans come to fruition.
I mean, like, would that give any aliases of his
as
well?
I would say, yeah, I would say
kind
that
of depend.
they would have referred to him as the Ashen as well.
Okay.
The and specifically the idea behind the name was that like the
From
legend of the Phoenix,
Yeah.
from the ashes you are reborn
Yeah.
perpetually.
I would assume that he somehow planted the threads, or the seeds rather, that Elwyn picked up on years later and brought him back to life.
But why die?
He ran out of power.
Descartes.
Would it not have
He couldn't have.
picked up legend if he were to come back to life? Like, would it not be like, and then he was resurrected like X years later?
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't give him that.
It didn't give you that. No.
But it's also like,
Shit.
Well, the thing is, it has to be known knowledge to a degree. It's not just like, because even it. So
Well, it
the
says
lore-
even if it's forgotten the time, so it had to have been known by somebody.
Yeah, the lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known.
Either that or the resurrection wasn't for Descartes. It was
for
tricked.
somebody else, but
It was
who-
tricked. It was like resurrected something else.
Because Elwyn knew of
Make
whatever
a-
happened.
Make a
Like,
Arcana?
haha, you think you're resurrecting Descartes? Tricked
yeah.
ya.
You know what? Let's make an Arcana check.
While I'm doing legend lore, by the way, I want to say I look full Galadriel, photo negative.
Okay.
And you're like holding back. Yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
An Arcana check, you said?
Yes.
We got rolls.
Nat 20 in there too.
I would say this is worth it.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take the nat 20 then.
Okay. For
Yep.
a total
Of 22.
Okay.
Needs the total even if it's a nat 20.
Damn, dude, say those nat 20s. Jeez.
You begin to ascertain that the legend lore spell did not give you everything that you expected,
Right. No, yeah.
Yeah.
as you said aloud. And as you begin to wonder why that might be, you begin to play different possibilities. You begin to consider what exactly the confines of the spell are. All spells, across the board, you would at least surmise that the only true limitation that they have is that they mostly exist in your reality.
Right.
And as you begin to ponder what might exist outside of that reality,
I know, dude,
This is
I know.
some
I'm right there
trippy
with
shit,
you,
yeah.
Sam.
you realize that it's possible
This is a different Ashen.
that
I
it's a
need-
different Ashen that was brought from another reality.
Yeah, I need a cigarette.
Oh,
And
shit.
perhaps that is why it moved through Caranton's lair
That's
and
what
was
I
pinging as an
As,
abnormality.
I would also feel like
Wait.
as we're discussing this, I'm like, what if?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the concept of the Ashen is existent in multiple
Yeah, of
planes?
course.
I mean,
Everybody.
just like
Yeah.
Valve
and
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
Valve would cast Shadow Self and bring forth another. I mean, just like these.
Hey, Val.
Quick, we must have a meeting on the ship.
No, I want to wait. I wanted to ask you about
Laura,
that.
get that here.
Can you do that for me? Are there different Oz Solaces out there?
I've never looked at that.
Oh,
So
fair.
maybe
Can you look at that?
I can try.
Can you scry on that?
I don't think scrying works cross-planar.
Well, it
in a
isn't even
can.
cross-planar.
No,
It's
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I
cross-reality.
don't even think it works cross-planar.
It doesn't. It has
Yeah,
to be on
so
the
like-
same plane.
Yeah.
Somehow Alex took his
I'd be very
his special
interested.
interest of quantum physics
Yes.
and has introduced it into our
love
fucking
it.
D&D campaign.
I love it.
For the record, I like to bring everybody's backstories in together for the main story.
Yeah,
and yours
this is
deals with
yours.
alternate
Yeah, there you
realities.
go.
Well, that fucking tracks.
There you go.
One adjustment I will make, because I am remembering now, he tried to enact his plan and basically his soul was shredded. He didn't go to the afterlife or anything. He is
He blipped out of existence.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
dead.
okay.
Okay.
So
Sorry.
that's why he had to pull somebody from a different
I forgot that
reality.
was established, and
So
that
then
is
how
true.
bad
Yes.
is this Ashen compared to the one in
Yeah.
our current?
Okay.
And
He tried to become
got
immortal
messed up.
and
Enact
killed
his
himself.
Plan of
yeah.
That happens.
being
When dealing with
immortal.
great magical
Yeah.
powers and
Comes
Oh.
great
and
responsibility.
typing
his
notes, my bad.
soul,
And great soul shredding.
Yeah.
God.
his soul was like shredded.
Yeah, like destroyed.
Okay, so what the fuck about other realities?
So you remember?
Kishtari.
Thank you. Ushti kept popping. Nope.
Yeah.
Kishtari served Karantin,
Sorry.
the dragon, who's the dreaming dragon of like realities. Before, whenever we were with Nergath, I think it was.
Nurgle.
What? What do you?
I made a joke. I made a joke
Oh,
like
wait,
5 minutes ago. That Brent's still laughing.
I think it was when we were down south with Nergath, in where Nergath lies. We learned that some part of the magic of the staff, or not the mist, you know what I'm talking about, the staff,
Yeah.
but it
Wrath.
went through Decorin's lair, and that was part of what?
Nope. Went through Karantin's
Karantin's
lair.
lair,
Corinthans like that.
and that was like a why did
The
Why
whole
did that
the whole
happen?
reation Kish was there was because,
because
some of
somebody was
Karantin's magic was
purveying-
being stolen.
yeah
And we found out Elwind was stealing that magic. Now Karantin deals in looking at multiverses. That's where
Yeah.
I get my powers from.
So we realized that the Ashen that old boy brought back was not
of
Ours.
this plane?
Karin from our reality.
Yes.
So all the history that we know
Yes.
about the Ashen,
Doesn't
Might
matter.
apply,
I think
but slight tweaks.
Yeah.
what's the wizard's name?
Elwyn.
Elwind.
Elwyn.
Yeah.
So everything that Elwyn learned about the Ashen was from the Ashen of this plane.
Yeah.
And when he was trying to recall it, he basically sent a beacon out across the multiverse to all of the Ashens. And the one that answered
because the one that was
is
here doesn't
probably
exist.
way worse than the one he was reading about.
Right.
And then when
Who
it
is
ca-
now in the body
and in
of an
order to
obsidian
get to this
dragon.
plane of existence, had to pass through this
Karantin's
all-knowing
lair.
dragon's lair.
How are we supposed to fix this?
I mean, you're not
To
wrong.
the campaign.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It is complicated, to say the least.
Going home.
I mean, you're chief
Said,
now.
turn
You're-
the ship around.
Yeah, you're chief now. You
Flora
can just
said-
go back and I'm
That
out.
sounds very peaceful currently.
Fuck. Also, out of character. What the fuck?
Both of
Hey,
them.
you guys figured it out.
yeah.
You
Well,
guys got
They
there.
figured it out.
Here's the thing, too. Like,
I don't understand how
Hey,
how do
450
we
gold, well spent.
Yeah,
how
period.
do we
Best for everything.
I don't
spent so
even know
far.
what the question to ask.
I got an idea.
That's the point I'm kind
Floor,
of at now.
I got an idea.
Well, we still have to take him out. It's
We
just
summon
now.
our own version of the Ashen here.
Wipe it off.
Yeah.
I do not think that's a good idea.
We
Well, I
fight.
don't think so either.
We fight fire with fire.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you fight fire with fire, right?
You got
Yeah,
it.
oh, okay, never mind.
Sorry. We got a D20 in the chat. We got distracted.
What is it?
There you go.
18.
An 18. Nice.
Period.
That's good.
Thank you,
We need
John.
those.
Was it John or Grim?
I don't know.
It was Grim.
Grim. Thank you, Grim. Sorry, John's checking his
Well,
points.
yeah,
Thank you for checking your
I
points,
typed
John.
Grim and I was like, did I type Grim's name?
So, to recap real quick for you, Flora,
Yeah.
it seems that
Associates.
it seems that probably one of the most powerful artifacts in our world has been commandeered by a malicious spirit from another dimension. And now it has assumed the body of one of the most powerful creatures in our world.
So the Ashen is in the dragon,
Right.
But it's not the
Arguably.
Ashen that
but it's a different Ashen.
it's
Right,
a
but if we
worse
kill
version of the Ashen.
The dragon.
Probably.
Is that it?
Maybe.
Presumably.
Do we
I will say, however,
release this?
it was in Tilly. Tilly died. Dragon was also dead. And then the dragon was alive with the Ashen inside of it.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
I think we might have to destroy the staff.
It has some way to persist.
Flora should have stayed at home.
Yeah, there's not.
I'm a-
Herafim's not sounding
Look, I'm-
too bad right now.
I'm filling up the tankard again, like, here you go, Flora.
yeah.
yeah.
Take another level of
Yeah.
exhaustion.
Con save.
Yeah.
Where's Drowsy to put me to sleep?
Oh boy.
Drow. You hear it and you're like, wait, what?
That's another reality.
I go to commune with Pyraxis, and I just hear throw.
15.
Yeah, you're able to hold it back, but a little bit of a burp kind of gurgles up through your.
Okay.
I'm like,
Yeah.
good girl.
You get like sort of that acid nostril burp where it's
Yeah.
like
So
kind
you
of
kick that
tingles.
back. I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh my god.
So feeling somewhat accomplished at unraveling so much of this twisted tale, Drazad, you in particular begin to hyper-analyze the different pieces of this puzzle, but one draws you closer than any other, and perhaps it's because you heard the word said so many times in a single day after so long of putting it out of your mind. The name Varalmarak rings in your consciousness. And when we come back from our 10-minute break, it is just going to be me and you. Everyone else is going to be out of the room.
I definitely need a cigarette.
So, nobody going nowhere. It's Saturday. You don't have anything to do, right?
Yeah,
it's
nothing better
fine.
to
You're
do.
not like partying or
Shut up.
having
Come back from the bar. Watch us at the bar.
We will have some
I'm
really
gonna go
fun
make
extra
myself a
secrets.
drink.
Yeah. We'll see you back in about 10 minutes. And don't go nowhere. Bye.
My.
We figured it out.
Remember that thing that I kept saying, like, I want to figure out how to.
Oh, terribly sorry. I didn't know anyone would be here while the stream was running. Give me a moment to tidy up. It's much better. Well, while you're here, we might as well take a moment to thank all of our members for supporting the channel and bringing this stream to life. A huge thanks to Tides of Mo, Brett Venable, Tabletop Beard, Grim Reaper, Atmos Seeker, Justinian of Darkport, Angel Jobert, XIVM, Corey of Darkport, Angel of Darkport, Dravian, Anthony Pace, Moon Goose McQueen, Dutin 103, David Correa, Zebek Longfang, Lil Tired, Holden Ryukin, John Tressler, Brandon Gett, Ellis, Witcherall, Leroy Jenkins, Christopher Denault, Darth Toki, Calvin Martins, Ninja King 365, The Limp Unicorn, Mike 554, Brett Gidry, Rob Wojo, possibly Lando, Manny, Mecha King Leo, Bronchi, Benjamin Zerker, Crystal Oars, Killer, Logan Keller, Ryu Jin, Sildari, Ethyla HBG, Max Q, Ragnar 7, Sebastian Rojas Villa, Ian Roundtree, Papa Doggo, Leodis Kyron, Ragnarok CZD, Jin the Virtuoso, Molten Steel, Shaggy Rogers, Dan Ma, John R, Jake Whitaker, Celestial's Emissary, Digito, Matthias, The Helljack, Binary Fox, HD Siles, James DeBoard, Kathy Evans, Drazadi, Blade, Brave Blackthorn, Gabe Hewer, Dusk Zero, Akari Nayan, Nat Geary, Eric Lee, D-Unit, Mr. Banana, Place Filler, Dragon Thunder, Ann Mitchell, Paul Swanson, Mike Geyer, The Algorithm, Johan Haslur, Ikari, Nick Dyson, Tamara Shake, Juggerman, Crow, Almighty Zeus, One-Eyed Goat 90, Black Kevin, Lita Noel, John Shearer, Luke M. Storm, Scooney, Rocky Cope Jr., Matty Stack, Yotta Strike, Charlie Gardner, Mana Kuchiha, Rudes, Devin Beard, Tosca, CW, Curtis Ellis, Patrick, Q Man, Sparky Pilot, Shy Panda, Alexandre Henriquez, Smurf, OP Grassblock, Self-Help Yourself, and Shin Kojin. You know, members get tons of unique benefits as well, like these weekly shoutouts and emojis that they can use in the stream chat, and a heaping helping of chaos points that can be used to, well, perhaps it's better to show you.
The most exciting feature for our live streams has come to YouTube. You can now roll dice live to help us in our adventures by using chaos that's built up by watching and interacting with the stream. All you need to do is keep an eye out for earning instructions that appear on our stream, and then spend those points by typing in the commands that correspond to the dice you'd like to roll. This feature is always available, no matter what campaign we're playing in, so be sure to hop in and help out our players because, well, they're gonna need it.
Thank you. You're all too kind, and the drinks are on me tonight. Ha 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 ha! Oh, you must not have enabled gifted memberships. Let me show you how. Ha 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 ha! What you'll want to do is make your way over to our channel page and then add /allow_gifts. From there, you can turn on the toggle for free stuff and join in the chaos. Ha 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 ha! Now for my next tune, a little ditty about a dead necromancer named Pinky.
Hello, Drazad here. Oh my god, you have got to come check out all of our wares. We have so many different things. Help support the stream and get yourself some new magic items as well over at the Constructed Chaos store.
Greetings to all my bearded brothers out there. I'm Alex, also known as Constructed Chaos on YouTube, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about my friends over at Tabletop Beard. This family-owned beard oil company is run by 3 brothers that have combined 2 great loves of mine: tabletop RPGs and beard care. And it makes a lot of sense because, as I'm sure many of you know, growing and maintaining a healthy beard can be an adventure all its own. I started my quest back before I was even on YouTube, and I guess you could say I was stuck at level 1 for a while, constantly itching my way through life with a wild and unkempt beard and just trusting hairspray and regular shampoo to get the job done. Believe me, I was rolling nat 1s on just about every charisma check I made at that point. But eventually I started trying various beard care products like oils, butters, and balms, and I found some that worked well enough, but none of them really tied into my backstory. Not to mention my wife was constantly complaining about the smell. Then I was put on to the products from Tabletop Beard, and let me tell you, it was a match made in heaven. Or hell, depending on what kind of flavor you prefer. These guys use a premium oil blend of meadow foam seed, rosehip, golden jojoba, argan, avocado, and sunflower oils to create the most high-quality product that contains no cheap filler or artificial oils that you typically want to steer clear of. And each scent has been expertly crafted and matched to a familiar TTRPG style, so you know exactly the kinds of vibes you're putting out without the scents being too mundane or too overpowering. To top it off, all their products, oils, butters, and balms are made in small batches, so the quality control is top-notch, and so is the customer service. They're always looking for new ways to meet and exceed customer needs, and I've even heard that they have some new ideas cooking up behind the scenes. So consider this your session 0 and take some time to check out Tabletop Beard today. Truly, they're the only starting equipment that you need for your own successful beard care journey. Bear Dritz here, letting you in on a little-known ranger secret that'll keep you satiated in the wild, even when you have no rations left. Ew, not that. I'm talking about subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell icon. It's easy to miss the signs of a stream going live if you're not prepared. So make sure to do that and... What was that?
Hold it right there, adventurer. We're looking for some deviants that refuse to like this video while they're still watching. You wouldn't happen to know anything about this heinous crime, would you? Well then, as you were, but stay out of trouble.
In a world of darkness exists Geramentum, a beacon of hope in the realm of Terra. Our heroes, all with unique pasts, live here and are connected by a common destiny to protect the dream. Welcome to Darkport an actual play production company. Our inaugural dark fantasy D&D campaign, Gold, Green, and Red, is inspired by the lived experience of War Medic and GM Angel Gamble. Subscribe to us now on YouTube. Live episodes stream every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
It appeared out of thin air when they found it, as if by the will of the plains themselves. A curious and mysterious bauble that has turned up time and time again throughout the ages. Some have studied it all their lives, hoping to unravel its uniquely fascinating magical properties. Many more have used its power for their own, though all falling victim to fate in the end. Now, it calls to you, by chance, by destiny, by desire. It matters not. It calls to you, and it calls to be cast from your palm, so that it might deliver unto you the unknown wonders held within.
How much longer are they going to... excuse me. Are they still not back? Wait there just a moment. I'll fetch them for you. The little chaos gremlins. You have people waiting, you know!
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a great break and, got yourself refueled, refreshed, maybe sprung a leak like I did.
Honestly. Went look at the moon, you know.
You may notice that some of our adventurers are not here with us. And if you didn't catch us right before the break, that is because we are having a little bit of private flashback time with Drazad here. As you sort of hone in on some of the details of the legend lore spell you just cast and try to piece together the puzzle that is this campaign, really. You get stuck on the name Varalmarak in particular, because it hasn't been uttered around you in some time. Mm-hmm. It's not something you try to think about often, given your family's past. Yeah. The name carries for you an indescribable sting, like a curse on the blood passed down to you by your ancestors. Even now you are reminded of what they did long before you walked the earth. A sin you had no part of, yet it haunts you all the same, halfway across the continent. Years ago, on a cold and windy winter morning in Caldric, a young dragonborn visits the market to purchase goods for his family. His face hidden under a thick but tattered old cloak that offers less warmth than is necessary in the snows of Turasil's later months. Drazad, this young dragonborn is you. A memory from long ago. Though as if it was yesterday, you can still recall the cold clinging to the assortment of small gold and silver pieces in your pocket, and the list of goods for your family that they sent you with to purchase, flittering on the slip of paper in the brisk northern winds. What do? What did you do?
Have I secured all of the items on the list?
You are moving to purchase them currently, and I'll send you a message of like what you have here,
okay,
and what's on the list.
Yeah, I would still just kind of be shuffling around. I would be probably for the most part going with any like the major supplies first. So like I'm gonna hit any like food or like medicinal stuff we need.
Okay.
And then like anything else probably like shelter related would be last.
Okay. As you've looked over the list before, and this is maybe not the first time that you've made a run like this, perhaps your father even told you where to go, you gather that probably most of what's here would be available at Timber and Tallow, a small establishment that tends to supply a lot of goods for Caldric, specifically in the winter months, whenever a lot of other shops are closed or have very specific hours. It's early now. The sun hasn't quite come up, but you imagine this place will be open, and you'd rather move through the streets when there aren't so many people there. And so, after a bit of time navigating the brisk cold winds and feeling the snow crunch underfoot, the piercing cold that shoots up your legs, you do eventually see it. The shop, Timber and Tallow, fairly robust, and even this early in the morning, you can see through one of the shop windows that there is a light on inside, probably the hearth of a fire.
Yeah. Seeing that and combined with how cold it is, Drazad would rush in. He would rush in, probably tightly, holding his clothing to him as much as he could to try to absorb as much of the fire.
Okay. As you push open the heavy wooden door of Timber and Tallow, a rush of warmth greets your numbed extremities, contrasting sharply with the biting cold outside. You close the door behind, locking in with you the scent of fresh-cut wood and straw. Stacks of neatly bundled firewood line the walls, and bales of straw are piled high in the corners. The crackle of a small hearth in the back adds to the comforting ambience as the owner steps out through a door just to the left. Garrett Norgom, the burly half-orc owner, looks over with a welcoming nod as he takes a moment to stoke the flames of the hearth. His rough exterior belies the genuine warmth in his eyes, like the cold exterior of his shop and the welcome confines within.
You're here early. What's got you up before the sun, stranger?
Drazad was worried that the weather was going to get worse as the day went on, so he figured it'd be best to make the supply runs as early as possible.
Well, I should have just about anything you need. We'll stock this season. Feel free to have a look around. Let me know what you need, and I'll tally it up for you.
I'll just... Well, actually, Drazad has it right here, and I'll hand him over the note.
Okay. And is your hood on your cloak still up?
No. I would say I probably would have taken it down once I warmed up a little bit, and especially as he walked out, I wouldn't have tried to conceal myself.
Okay. And as you hand over the slip of paper, he kind of eyes your face and...
Oh, hey, I know you. You're, Draknir's boy, eh?
That is right, yes, sir.
Well,
he kind of looks over the list.
Anyhow, this stuff's gonna run you 8 gold. You got that much on you?
How much?
About 8 gold. It's, I sell quality stuff here in the shop.
Right, but Drazad makes runs like this a lot, and he thought it was only going to be, closer to 3 gold.
I mean, maybe we can take some stuff off the list for you. Perhaps you're used to making these runs in the summer months, when, supplies aren't quite as scarce.
Make an insight check. And you can use Drazad's current stats for this.
You'll hear Drazad mutter under his breath. No, Drazad makes these runs all the time. He said insight.
Yeah.
21.
You get the sense, not a strong sense, because of the kind demeanor that this individual has, but you're no stranger to this sort of discrimination.
Mm-hmm.
You feel as though Garrett has closed himself off since realizing what family you come from, and perhaps he's raised the prices just as a tax for doing business with you all.
Is there anything on here you think you can go without?
Well, so
How much do you have with you?
that is not important. I'll take at least. I'll take the medicinal herbs. I'll take the flint and the kindling. And I will take the dried meat. And I think that should be okay.
All right, I think that'd bring the total down to about, we'll say, 3 gold and 5 silver. You have that much? If you really need to, maybe no one's sick, the medicinal herbs could knock a healthy sum off the total.
Is anybody sick or not feeling well?
You know that your grandmother isn't sick necessarily, but just to, aid in her health.
Yeah.
These herbs that you get normally act as more of a preventative than anything.
And is this trip that I'm doing, is this a once a week thing? Is this a once a month?
You make this like a once a month trip. Once a week trip usually.
Yeah.
But you did notice that the list is larger than usual this time. Usually it's just for food for the week and maybe an extra blanket if you guys are getting cold. But for the most part you make do with what you have. So you would definitely be surprised with how much is on this list.
Okay. Is there any chance you could put in a wool blanket in there as well? And that will give you all the gold and silver that I have?
Oh, how much do you have?
I have 3 gold and 8 silver.
He kind of looks you up and looks at the weather outside. Make a persuasion check with advantage, I'll say.
No.
It's not exactly your average shopping session here.
That is going to be a 14.
Okay.
I think I could let it go for that. It's a good deal, but I know your folks, and you guys have been here since I have. Least I could do.
He begins to turn and start gathering up the various goods that you've listed out. In particular, the wool blanket, the dried meats, the flint, straw kindling, and medicinal herbs.
Is there anything within my or my tail's reach that's on the list that he's not looking at?
You see a small repair kit, needle, thread, leather patches, and you feel like you might be able to slip that under your cloak if you're sly enough.
You'll see Drazad will start moving his tail towards it, being as quiet as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll basically get to the point of almost touching it.
Okay.
And then he'll think better of it. He knows that these people already don't think highly of him and his family. And things like this won't help in the future.
Okay.
So I'll just tuck my tail back under my cloak and I'll wait.
You bring your tail back in, and no sooner than you do, the half-orc owner turns back around to you and begins to present the goods that he's gathered for you, placing them, sort of piling them up in your hands as you hold out the coin in return. He gathers it.
Well, stay warm and hurry back. I wouldn't want you getting out there when it's, too cold. The sun should be coming up soon, I think.
Drazad appreciates your concern. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Tell your dad I said hello.
As he says that, Drazad smirks sarcastically. Of course. And I'll turn around.
He kind of he nods to himself. He doesn't give much of an expression back, but you feel like the sarcasm was landed. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't trying to hide it.
You take your goods back out from the warmth of the shop and rush back home through the blustery streets of Cauldrick, trying hard not to think about the frigid, stinging air. The sun peeks through the snow clouds every so often, but only so much as to tease your senses until you finally arrive at your family's modest abode. A stone dwelling with a straw roof that flexes worrisomely under the weight of the snow piled on top. You pull open the wooden door as it scrapes and catches upon the loose rock and gravel in front and hurry inside so no precious comfort can escape. As you look across the room, you see your grandmother shivering in her chair near a hearth that is naught but dying white embers and cold smoke now.
Oh, Razad, you're back. How was it? Did you get everything on the list?
No, Gran. The shop didn't have everything because of the winter, and he has gone up on his prices again.
Oh, this is to be expected. Let's see what the haul was.
And I'll pull out the wool blanket, the meat, the flint, the kindling, and then the herbs, I think, was everything.
Okay. She sort of composes herself and stops shivering for a moment as she reaches a frail hand out to inspect what you have. You actually see a smile kind of go across her face as she...
I wager this is still enough to trek to Hrafheim, eh, Draknir?
And your father steps in behind you from out of the cold and peers over your shoulder to inspect what you've brought home with a light smile on his face, more than you'd often see from him growing up in such conditions.
Yeah, I'd wager so.
It is hard here. The people, they're not the nicest to us, you know?
Draknir kind of looks a little puzzled and kneels down to you. Maybe not a full kneel, but he bows his legs a bit to get on your level and look you in the eye as your father...
Razad, this place will never accept our family. It's time you leave this behind and become something for yourself. Not for these people.
Well, no. Drazad does it for you. And for Gran. And for the family that is to come still.
In truth, we have everything we need for the winter. Razad, this run, it was for you.
And you'll see him kind of look into the fire and stare off for a second, and well, Drazad is traveling by boat, and I imagine
you'd be
they're-
crossing through the mountains
the
and then
Sable
basically
Fuel.
taking a boat on the other side.
I think, and he'll slide the medicinal herbs, like over towards Gran.
Oh, Drazad. Please, don't waste those on these old bones.
Drazad will be okay. I will be protected, Grandma. You need them more than I do. And who knows, Dad may need it as well this winter.
Picks up the small pouch and begins like pulling out some of the herbs and then cinches the rest.
Here, These are the ones that are good for traveling. I have the ones I need.
She passes the pouch back to you.
I want to roll an insight check.
Okay.
And see if she's lying to me. 19.
She's definitely not taken all of, what she might need out of the pouch, but what she's left in there is definitely good for like scrapes, cuts, bruises, making sure that things don't get infected.
Okay. Thank you, Gran. I appreciate it, truly. I promise I will come back, and I will make things better for us.
Don't feel like you're obligated. We'll be here. If you ever want to visit, I would never turn down seeing your face again.
Durzad will definitely be back. He will not leave. Not forever, anyway.
There is a silence that sort of sits in the air as everyone in the room, your grandmother and father included, understand this may very well be the last time that you all see each other, at least for a long time. Your father breaks it as he sort of places a hand on your shoulder, turns you around and brings you in for a hug. Your will, son. You should leave now. The sun is coming up.
Okay. Durzad will not forget to write. And do not forget to write back to Durzad.
Of course. I would never forget.
And he'll go over and he'll give Cylindra a hug. And then I'll hug Dad back again. I'll gather up what I need. And then I don't really think we have really too much as far as belongings go or precious, anything like that.
Mostly what you have on you and maybe a bit of savings that you might have earned working with your father throughout the city.
Before I leave, I will make sure I'll go over to a little chest that I imagine is probably either by my bed or my grandma's. And I'll open it. And inside sits a silver coin with a dragon embossed on it. I'll make sure to take that and can't forget the lucky coin, and I'll pocket it.
Okay.
And I'll leave. On to bigger and better things, huh?
As you leave, you try hard not to look back as the snow begins to die down from a blustery wind into sort of a peaceful, petal-like snowfall. The sun finally breaks through in earnest. And words your gran once told you ring true in your mind. There's a lot more out in the world than ice and cold stairs. You're excited to see exactly what she meant by that. And that is where the memory ends.
Yeah.
So we'll call everyone back in at this point.
So you look different. Is there anything?
I'm
No?
neon green.
Oh,
I knew it.
There's a constant poison aura around me now. And I have the staff with me.
Slay!
it's a horn. You're now like a narwhal dragon
I'm an
horn.
Oni.
All right, roll to tell if this is our Drazad or
All right,
one
and
from a
everybody.
different dimension.
Yeah.
Guess what? Roll initiative. No.
So, Valos, since you're the main pilot,
Whoa.
Right.
Whoa.
You have to sleep.
whoa.
My survival is highest. So.
Yeah,
that is fair.
It is.
That's fair. So
I
I'll
forgot to add my
ask.
ship stuff to it though.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You cleared the checks.
Yeah.
I'll ask either of you then. Is there a specific pathing you guys are taking to Freudon, or are you like straight shotting it to one of the locations in particular, or?
I think he's straight shotting it, unless Drazad has anything other to say about it.
Zaddy.
Do you think we need...
Because he's the one who led us here, not because he
can't
had.
go
Do
in
you
no
think
more?
we need to stop in Benar?
You know that picture of the guy playing?
I don't see why we
Who's
would.
our friend?
With his head
The
really
paladin
fuzzy.
that we...
Liam.
She looks
Liam
like
and
him.
Tristan as well, technically, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you consider him a friend.
Screw Tristan.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
You hear that? You hear that?
He wanted.
Yeah.
He wanted. He wanted to kill Odd.
Cotter.
Cotter.
Yeah. Oh no, Kata.
You hear that, Cotter? We're
Kata,
coming
you
for
are welcome in my campaign anytime. Okay? Like, come on.
Why do I remember the name Nabikawa? Is something going on there?
Because that
Nebraska.
we just talked
That
about
was
that
Odd's
earlier.
campaign.
Oh,
or not
oh,
Odd's.
that's
That was
what- yeah,
Brett's
okay.
Brett's campaign.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, if you guys are interested in some of the other goings on in this storyline, we have
Yes.
multiple campaigns running that are showing different events happening all at the same time. So
And I
make
may
sure
or
to check
may
out the
not
channel.
be running one in August.
Yeah, we may be pulling that,
Is that a nat
to
20?
another level.
Is it a nat 20?
Oh my
No.
God!
This is
XIVM!
it. Yes.
XIVM with the nat 20 today.
How far am I away from the screen? Like, should I be able to read that? It looks
No.
like a 16.
No,
small.
I have trouble
I
because of
can't
the
read
the
that.
angle too.
I'm like,
So,
these
No,
gray
there's
hairs.
there's a screen over there.
so you're thinking straight shot to
Yeah.
We don't need to go to Benar. We don't need to check with our buddies
Well, here's the
about
other
what
thing.
they know about this. Do we
We've
tell-
met them. Someone can send them. We really
Well,
need
wait,
to just
wait,
ask
wait,
them
wait.
questions.
I'm saying,
you,
is it
yes.
worth the deviation of a day maybe?
No.
Way
It
more
would
than
be a
day.
lot.
Way more
But
than
to get
day.
to the eclipse. Yeah.
I thought we were like, we
no.
were like maybe
Well, but you're going to
Like
be crossing over the edge of Benara.
Pythagorean theorem, Alex. Like,
I mean, if you pull up the map and look at it,
Triangle.
Yeah.
from where you
Yeah.
were, the Eclipsia in Benara, like the head of the Weavers, is
About the same.
about the same distance as it is to like Ganladir in Freudan.
okay,
So like you'd be tacking on an extra week of travel probably.
Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just saying. I thought it might be.
Open in browser and zoom in.
Yeah, I know.
He's like way.
He's looking at the
in
map.
there.
on my computer, and I'm
Oh, I forgot it was on your computer.
I just thought it might be super useful to tell them what's going on.
He has sending. He can literally tell them. We don't have to go there.
Oh,
He's
that's-
met
Yeah,
them.
I don't think we should go to Benara. I think that's a.
We could just we could put it on Jazad's list.
I think that's a black thread that we'd be chasing.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like, but no, why not turn like that whole organization after what's
dragon.
going on? Like,
I don't think that. Interesting.
You feel the brakes on the ship.
Yeah, literally.
You've also met Quiche, and Quiche would probably be very interested to know that this
Who's
day.
Quiche?
Kish.
Kish, sorry.
Kish. No, I got
like-
kisses. I have a kisses earring. I could just.
Yeah.
Yo, did you hear what happened? Oh damn! Like,
Oh no, shit! You could do that.
yeah,
You could
I'm going to do that actually.
right now.
Wait,
On the way
Okay.
for sure.
I'm gonna.
What?
How long you said it takes? Is 6 or 7 days to get to?
You'd be adding.
No, to get to
about-
the border.
to get
if we
to-
just go to Freudan.
If we just straight there.
to Freudan,
Yeah.
it would be about 7 days. If you're trying to go to Ganladir, which is like the big,
The city, yeah.
it would take 8.
So just to get to like the border.
so
like we're
four
talking 6 or 7 days.
trips to get either one.
Well, I'm just thinking. So that's, let me see. I have
'Cause it's
4
2.
3-level spell slots times 7. That's like 20 people I could send in a day, or through this trip.
All right, let me flip through my book of characters.
Yeah, get a list written.
Yeah, so you can send in like Liam and all them and Tristan.
Yeah,
And
I will
Benara.
say I
Yeah.
would, now that I'll be full CV ham radio operator on
Yeah.
the ship. I would probably
I
be letting
worked
all the
Drazaz's
important
nipples
know.
like little dials.
That mithril chain is really thin. I mean, you'd probably be able to find him.
Wait, I hear somebody coming in. Wait,
For the
yeah,
record,
there.
he's a reptile. He would not have.
Okay, then it's his tail. Like his tail's like an antenna, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the TikTokers that have the little the rods? And they
Oh,
ask-
dowsing
Oh, yeah,
rods.
dowsing
ask a
rods.
question,
Oh, yeah,
and it's
exactly.
Like, that's his
Yeah.
tail. Thank you
yeah,
for
Yes,
I would
thank
be-
you.
the thanks for the brain rot, y'all. I couldn't get any
Yes,
of those words
thank
out.
you.
God,
You made
there's
it.
so many. Okay.
Yeah.
While
I don't.
you-
I don't.
Oh, yes.
While you think
have
about
our
that,
attention.
is,
Y'all just watch like
Okay.
4 ideas like from each other.
is the earring Kish gave me the little butterfly earring? Is that just like send the message?
That's got to be an earring of like sending or something.
It's an earring of sending.
Yeah,
and then
that's
just
what-
like I just probably won't hear back now. Unless you
No,
wanna
I would. I
type
mean, I would.
in-
I would
is
respond.
Angel in the chat.
Angel, I don't. You know who is in the chat?
Whoa!
Is Dutton with
Dutton!
10 gifted memberships.
stop the game and update me on everything. Okay, so
Honestly, just wait like 10 minutes and we're
Multiverse.
so through again.
multiverse,
Yeah.
Some
exactly.
big stuff happened.
different realities.
You need.
Drazad might be green now.
Yeah, there's a lot that happened, honestly,
might
in
be
the
green
last
and
like
have
hour.
nipples.
So
Drazad has green nipples.
It's canon now.
thank you so much for the 10 gifties, man. Welcome new friends to the Chaos
Welcome.
Crew, and good to see you on a Saturday. Hope it's going great for you, buddy. What were you asking about the sending?
I was just trying to. It's not something I'm gonna get an immediate answer from.
I would answer. I mean,
okay.
I know
I'm
what
a nice
Kish
DM.
what Kish
I would
knows, and
answer.
I don't think Angel's in there today. But if he was,
No,
I would
he
have allowed him
hasn't
to
been.
answer.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ping in. Hit the little butterfly.
Calling Gish.
on
Calling,
on the next night, and just and I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna call your sister. You cool with that?
It's not my sister.
I'm gonna text.
He's talking. He is talking about Kishtari.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't have a
Yeah.
sister. I don't think. Wait, is this day 2?
This
Because there's
reality.
something I would like to do before that.
That could be day 2.
If this is day 2 that you're doing this.
You gonna play
Yeah, you
games
can
with
do it
us?
before. Yeah.
So, you had asked me if I could, make alternate you guys as well. If I could
Yes.
find alternate you guys, much like I
Yes.
summon my alternate selves.
Yes, thank you.
And so, overnight, whenever I'm taking my rest to, and I'm assuming so we've taken a long rest, right?
Yes.
Right.
Rolling these. Oh
You're
God,
not
bad.
gonna roll the dice?
While I'm taking my long rest, I'm focusing into the otherworldly planes, but instead of trying to see through my own eyes, I'm trying to see through Odd's eyes, and so I'm just focusing on things that I think to be odd. In both senses, right? In the person, but in also odd is kind of weird, and this is a weird
Okay.
thing that I've tried to do.
I give you a lock of mustache hair.
Oh my god.
And in the morning,
It's a new thing she discovered she can do this week.
To focus on.
get up on
there's
things.
a Mabel
Found
on the
her-
table.
I found
Yeah.
her on my desk yesterday.
Oh Jesus, that's not good.
On my desk.
Yeah.
And in the morning I wake up and I step onto the ship. Clothes now are kind of loosely tied. Normally everything's all nice and taut together in any of the forms that I am. Hair is in no kind of wrappings of any kind. And Valoth might even just pick up one of Odd's instruments and begin to like start playing on the front of the ship.
Oh Lord,
Okay.
this is secret tunnel, Valor.
Yeah, exactly.
This is Valoth the Bard.
Good tunnel.
Does
As he motions, if you wait,
He's got a single chest hair.
Yeah.
one long one just curled up?
He'll motion Odd over and be like, "Let's jam."
Jam session. Let's do
Yeah.
I cannot.
it. It's a drum circle in the front.
I'm imagining,
I'm like, summon one of those other guys. Come on.
the other Ron on Parks and Rec?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm imagining.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
Odd and other Odd.
Yeah.
Sitting, and he's like, come jam with me.
That's right.
I told very first session, whenever I want everyone to know, whenever I was coming with the idea of Valoth, I was like, and I feel like it could be a way for him to bond with people, to like pick up one of their like classes and traits. So I was like Odd's a bard, I could be like a bard. So this is like pre-session 1. I've had this idea.
Nice.
And I've just been waiting for the right moment to
amazing.
become
Right.
Sorry, Valoth the Bard. Love
I
this.
gotta read about him. So he's like, Solus, tell me, I mean, how have you been feeling, you know? I mean, like, you
Did
kind
you
of
just
killed
say
your
his
sister, and yeah.
My aunt. I've said it like multiple times. I've said it like at least 3 or 4 times.
He said
feel like-
He said it twice this session.
He said
Yeah.
it this session, too.
Wait, no shit.
Yeah.
I've
You
also
slipped it in
used it.
there.
I've also used it as very sneaky, a non-deception check when somebody asks me my name.
Yeah.
I said my real name, so that way I didn't have to do a deception check.
Well, I
wouldn't
failed
crush it.
all of
Yeah.
those perception checks.
Both of us.
So he's like, so how are you doing? Okay. I mean, like, I feel like we don't check in with each other enough.
I mean, I feel like my vibe has been righteous lately. Like I have found my path. I know what I'm doing now.
You see Drazad just reach up and touch his earring and immediately let it go. Flora, you hear, I am not dealing with this. Absolutely not.
I mean,
This is your turn.
I mean, not our Valoth, but like you.
Oh, I'm your Valoth.
You are?
Yeah, I'm channeling the other Valoth, though.
Man,
I'm both.
That
Valoth or both?
First off, that Valoth totally chill. You are totally chill. All right. Second off, welcome anytime.
Of course.
I mean, we could just
happy to be here.
We could just not only make beautiful music, but like these people need
Sam
some.
as a bard is my favorite thing ever.
These people need more of this. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need a little bit more cheer. I mean, we fought like this scary dragon,
Right.
and now like, I mean, we gotta have some fun sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, like, wow.
I'm waiting for Valoth to reassume his role piloting the ship as it careened into a nosedive instantly.
I don't have proficiency in ships anymore. I have proficiency
I'll
in
be driving.
any one instrument.
When I notice that this is happening, can I like take over steering the ship and just be like,
this was immediately after my long rest, so you presumably were already flying.
He left the helm unattended and just went straight to jam.
You see the new Valoth, and you start white knuckling.
I'm like, oh god, there's two of them.
Do you know Odd in your
I
realm?
can't say that I do know a Solus. No.
No. Or
or an
I
odd.
say
No.
odd, yeah.
I know
Yeah.
plenty of odd people.
Yeah, well, of course, man. That's just the way it is.
Some call me odd.
You are very odd. You are inexplicably odd.
There's a definite, distinct odor coming from the front of the ship by now.
Absolutely.
How are you doing after that whole like channeling of otherworldly like knowledge of things and stuff?
You see, just like I'm okay.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm good. You were just holding my hand through the whole thing.
Yeah,
a little sweaty.
No, it was more on top of the gold, but that's okay.
Yeah, but I was there for you though.
Yeah, right.
If you needed me.
No, you were definitely there. I appreciate you. You see Drazad trying to use thaumaturgy to like blow the wind away from him. But that's not how thaumaturgy works.
Did you fart?
Hey, I'm gonna look at you and wink at you, give you a bardic inspiration, and then I look at Valo, I'm like,
He knows how to do it.
give you a
That's
bardic
so
right
funny.
back.
I can't actually give bardic inspirations,
Aw.
but don't assume the
It feels
class.
like it.
Yeah, no.
So, for the sake of moving swiftly along,
Sanity.
we can still do stuff on the travel
Sure.
days. But I will say, we'll kind of fast forward now that I know like the rough path you guys are taking. On the evening of your 6th day of travel, you will be arriving near the town of Kata, which is in Banara, but like in the northwest corner
It's a
of
border
it.
town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On each day, I would like to re-scry on the dragon until
Okay.
it works.
So I'll save you a little bit of trouble.
Using legendary resistances.
He's just gonna keep using legendary
Yeah,
resistances
that's
because
what
he
I
gets
figured.
he gets them per day. So even if he failed, you would not
Yeah.
catch him slipping.
I also want to work with
Or
Drazad.
tumbling. Sorry.
That's okay. I want to work with Drazad every day to look at the two things. I want to
Okay.
look at the open slot. The pommel of my sword
Yeah,
is missing a gem.
it is.
So I want to talk to Drazad about finding a gem, finding a powerful gem, maybe a magical gem to put in there, and if he can get it in there for me.
I have all of these gems, as Bard Valoth will
Drazad is
shell
pretty good at
all of
that.
his,
Yeah, I
his
could- I
money
could
that
do
he
it.
has now.
What?
Do you are
He'll
any of us
finally show
magic?
you all the money. He's like, I don't think any of these are magic, but I got a bunch of rocks in here.
Where did you get all of that
Oh my god! Are any of those magic, Valoth? Where have you?
I got him from Turtle Guy. I know it's not, but he wouldn't remember.
Right. Turtle guy.
Turtle guy.
Turtle guy.
Okay. Great, you got them from Turtle Guy. That's fascinating, truly. So again, have you tried like detect magic like you usually do, or any of them magic, or are they just not?
Yeah, no, they're just a bunch of rocks.
Wonderful.
Are they a bunch of rocks?
What kind of gems are they?
I mean, like gem rocks. Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of gems are they?
I think I had given you a list back then, huh?
Yeah, but then you said if you want to just make it gold, you can.
And then you did.
And then I did.
Oh boy.
So I don't have the list.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's fine. We can just that's cool.
We
Okay.
can go back and watch it later if we need.
Yeah.
I've got it in my notes, but I'd have to scroll for
No,
a
you're
while.
good.
So,
I'm just looking
Command
for
F.
like, I have an empty
I
slot
don't think that's
here.
gonna help you.
Commit F rocks.
Yeah.
Gems.
Command Z rocks.
How'd you spell it though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
ROX.
So, I am confident enough in my abilities. I can definitely add another stone to your sword.
Okay.
A magical stone.
I think that
Not
would
sure
be the
about.
only way to make it better, right?
Yes. What the hell do you think putting a stone in the bottom of the hilt is going to do?
Well, that would just
Make it look nice?
Yeah,
Exactly. It's not going to do anything.
I wouldn't. I mean, make me look cool.
That you already look cool. I don't know why you in like armor and stuff
There
like
is
that.
no level cap to the coolness that I could look.
Amen.
Right. You were picking. Shut up.
as odd stats flash across the screen.
No, you could definitely probably get the little.
Maybe if you still had those boots.
It's probably a little too much. Yeah. No.
You gave them to somebody.
Interesting.
I did give them. I did give them to someone.
Yeah, you gave us. I don't remember who because I just watched it the other day. It was before episode like 10.
Yeah. All good.
Drazak could do that.
Okay.
Would I know that they were using legendary resistances on the scrying? Would that become like apparent to me in some way?
You would. You can make an insight check. I will say the DC is relatively high because, like, magically to you, this would just feel like the spell failed. There is distinctly a ruling on that I have looked up.
It's a 16 insight.
We just stack you.
I mean, you at least get the sense that the dragon is extremely powerful. It's going to be hard to scry on them.
Yeah, so regardless, on the 6th day, instead of scrying on the dragon, he would scry on the location of where we killed Elwind. Because you can scry on a location.
Can you?
Yes.
I thought I
scry.
double checked, but okay.
At the very bottom
Yeah, you
of
can.
scry,
That's why.
it says you can. Well,
It's like
let me read
far
exactly
down there,
what
but it is
says.
a location that you're familiar with. or something
Instead
like
of targeting a creature, you can choose a location you have seen before as the target of this spell. When you do, the sensor appears in that location and doesn't move.
Okay.
Specifically, I
would
want
see
to
it.
pick a specific spot in the location where I could see Elwind and Nurgle's dead body. Where we
Well,
left
you can
them.
only see like a certain range, I believe.
It's 10. No, you can see through it as if you were there, but it is the sensor itself is within 10 feet of your target.
That's what it is. Okay, yeah.
So I mean, I can see the same distance. I would just try to make sure I can see both wherever the specific location that I'm putting the sensor.
Okay. So as you scry on the altar that you fought Elwind, where you fought Elwind, you would distinctly see neither of their remains.
So finally, with this scrying working, you guys see like an astral third eye appear on Valos's head. As he goes, well, the scrying finally worked, but I had to put it on a location. Elwind and Nurgle are not there.
Well, that's not good.
No.
like his body's not there, but his head is still there.
None of it.
Remains in general.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
None of it.
You do see some of the other like
Viscera.
well, the like skeleton of like the creatures that Elwind was bringing back during that fight. You see some of that.
Okay, so it's specifically just their bodies that I don't. And Eve never. She was never
you've
there.
kind of like
Yeah.
vanished,
Yeah.
almost like a ghost spirit type thing.
Did You see any of those floaty boys?
The wisps?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would definitely see those.
Okay.
Yes,
They're
they're
still
there.
Did the wisps eat? No, because you don't see bones either. Of
No,
their
there's nothing
skeletons.
left.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Next try could be to, if they're alive, I can scry on them. I can try to.
yeah, that would maybe work. I mean, let's be honest. At this point, we all know it's a necromancer. But what is a dead person, but an alive one?
What?
What is a dead
What?
person but an alive one to a necromancer? You forgot the rest of the
You
saying.
heard Drazad. Yeah, right.
So, on these 6 days of travel,
Yep.
distinctly, is there anything else that you guys are trying to do before you get to Kata? And specifically, are you when you get near Kata, are you staying on the ship, or are you
Going into town?
going into town, checking things out, getting a sense of the vibe?
Let's go on
So
a shopping
I
spree.
would also like to spend the rest of the time just working on your occlumency.
Drazad has stuff to do,
On
okay?
your what?
Occlumency.
Occul-
What is that?
I'm gonna cast suggestion on them
Divination, basically.
every single chance I get. I'm gonna jump out and cast suggestion on you to see.
How well you can fend it off.
yeah.
Yeah, Occlumency is like
Exactly.
fending that
He's
stuff
like,
off.
surprise!
Yeah.
Suggestion.
Exactly.
I will attempt to penetrate your mind.
Yeah.
Every okay. Every time I feel like I'm being suggested upon, I cast banishment on you.
Not if I tell you don't banish me.
And when he returns, it's where the ship was.
It was.
So he-
Good thing he's got wings.
I got wings. That's fine.
I do it the first time, and I'm like,
he's like flapping along. He's like, don't fucking do that
I
again.
am honestly, I'm
you're
so
like
sorry.
you're waiting for him to come back the first time, and you're like kind of smug, and then you just hear,
Drazad did not know that is how that works.
Valith is gonna run to the side of the ship and throw a life preserver.
hang on there, hang on.
That'll help.
Yes, I would like to do something. It's a little annoying,
Mm-hmm.
so we can do it now, later, whatever.
That's-
I
we can
would
do it
like
now.
to sending.
Okay. Look, I kind of feel like this is turning into like lore of the episode, and I'm okay
Yeah.
with that.
Period.
Let's
Okay,
do it.
okay.
Yeah.
I just always worry about like wasting
I mean,
time with
when
potentially
you
dumb
really
stuff.
break it down, you guys are spending 6 days
Yeah.
on this ship. There
Yeah.
there
Ah,
are
that's
moments
true.
between
Yeah.
where you're parked, but on the path to Froidan, it's mostly like unpopulated areas.
Yeah.
So I'm totally fine with
And I'm
with
broke,
doing
so
this.
like I'm not going.
I think your characters would do this.
I would like to. So the first one
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sending is because I actually kind of want a response. I would like to message Orlaith. I would like to sending
Oh,
Orlaith.
interesting. Okay.
And I would like to ask her, hello Orlaith. We have a lot going on over here. I just wanted to check in and see how were things in Eretheos.
Hello, Dragonborn. Things are good here. Though I don't have much faith in the individual you put to council.
Wanted to check on.
He is peculiar. And I think that's 25 words.
Basically, no more.
If it's not, it's close.
You've got what you said, like 20 sendings you can send over this whole trip?
I would have to do the math, but it's at least 20.
Yeah.
Because I have.
Yeah, ask more questions.
It's a 3rd level spell. I have 3 3rd level spell slots. 3 times 6 is 18. So at
And
least.
once you use all of those, something is going to attack the ship.
yeah, right.
That was 23.
It's fine. I got you.
I'll respond.
I got you, bro.
Welcome. I'm
What's
typing
23?
up. His words was 23.
Oh shit.
I'm
Okay.
typing
Pretty
up
close.
the
I was like, I
responses.
feel like I'm getting close.
Because if this is Lore Dump the episode,
yeah.
I'm just being typing.
So okay. Response.
Oh yeah.
Right.
What a dirty.
He
hippie.
is very peculiar. Drazad knows this. As long as, and then you hear silence, and then honestly just keep an eye on him in case he tries to start another revolt or something crazy.
I will certainly keep an eye on him. Though he has many resources at his disposal. I wonder what he may be doing with all of that.
This is Dell that she's talking
No.
about.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Hey, this is fun. I'm gonna message Fathom,
Okay.
Oh, this is what I just Googled.
And I'm
in the morning.
just going to ask her, how are you doing in Tethys?
Who is this, and why have you penetrated my thoughts?
It is Drazad, the Dragonborn that you met that one time with
Really long
Delatania.
time ago.
Of course. This is me as Alex. I forgot what the question was.
Oh, I thought this was her genuinely because I was like, yeah, this tracks. That I just asked how she was doing in Eretheos.
Business as usual. The war on the horizon makes things less safe. Easier to do our jobs, though.
War? Question mark?
Already knew about the.
There is war between Imsford and Benara.
Oh, okay, good.
We align with Benara, as we have in the past.
That's good.
I'm making notes.
At least, that is the position of our leadership.
Benar is, from our knowledge, is at least maybe for the wrong reasons, but is on the right side of
You
no,
would
no, no,
events.
no,
You would
she just
recall-
referred to
that specifically, Benara helped Eretheos win its independence
From-
from Ardinia
right. Yeah.
only a few years ago. So like they're pretty tight.
That's fair.
So Benara's in trouble now, and Eretheos is like, look, we'll help you as much as we can.
Did she refer? Do I have an inkling of whether or not she just referred to leadership, as in like
the council.
The Council of the Tides is
Okay.
what she's talking about,
great?
not leadership of her order.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
great.
would not just give that information out.
Got it. Hey, literally nothing's happening.
Sorry, our goblins are fighting.
The Weens are excited.
You guys are curious about the puppers? You can type !puppers in the chat to find out more about them.
Okay.
It's over there.
Unless they have anything super important to say, the next people I'm going to message are just to catch up on like,
What's happening?
hey, we made it this far in our journey. We're on our way here. Evil Obsidian Dragon, the Ashen, blah, 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 blah. Even have to fire off like 2 sendings to, I think I have enough. But I'll, Marilyn, that fucking aggravating mage from over there.
The Saurian.
There you go.
Copper Fizz?
No. Oh, fuck. Yeah,
Oh,
Copper
yeah.
Fizz, I'll message him. Yeah.
Ask him how to get more juice out of this
I have
thing.
tossed the Sarian's name
Yeah.
so far out of my brain.
Ask him how to get more juice out of this thing.
Apollo.
Oh, Apollo. Okay.
I'm just gonna.
I mean, do you want to take these one by one, or do you want?
I think
to
he's just sending them.
No, I
same
kind of just
thing.
wanted to let him know that, like, hey, this is what's going on. Like, y'all know anything? Have any, like,
Hide your wives, hide your
anybody knows
children.
about Freudian? Let me know.
Or multiversal travel.
You know, yeah, or yeah. Anybody knows anything about quantum theory? You know, give us a shout. No, if anything, I would probably wait to hear back. Oh, what's that necromancer's name?
Oh.
From whatever, you know who I'm talking about.
Malachi.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Baklava.
Do you also want to send to Maklava?
No. Yeah, you know what? I'll be like, girl, what's up?
Because she's zealous.
Yeah, I'll let her. Yeah, you know, I'll message her. Yeah, why not?
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, this is wonderful because he's usually sending way more than I was, and I
Yeah.
love it. I didn't think it was possible.
And who else? Who else have we met on our journey? I have a note, but I don't feel like going dig for it.
I mean, there's the ship, the people on the ship who brought us here.
Nah, fuck them. Nah, they're okay.
Nivira
was the first major stop. I'll let Zumi know what's going on too. I'll catch her up.
What about the lady from the factory?
That's Marilyn.
Marilyn.
I already got her. I definitely wanted to let her know. I think that was everybody. I think
most of the other people are dead, to be quite frank.
That's fair, man. It's probably fair.
I'll fill in Kishari full front to back, like everything that happened. Let her know. let him know.
Oh. I'll send in Kishtari too.
Hey,
I don't know
that's
if we
my gig.
Oh yeah, you have the thing. Never mind. I won't waste a mess. Yeah.
I'm like, who's on this
They
line?
didn't. Okay, they didn't. I don't remember. I don't remember if they had a name or not. But I am going to sending them. I'm sorry.
I don't know if they didn't have a name.
Them,
the Goliath?
No, them.
Oh, I thought they meant the Forge guy.
Who?
The Forge guy
that I stole money from.
Yeah, it's not who he's talking
about.
I don't know.
No, them bitches that killed the lady with the wrath.
The people in
her
Zealous?
like underneath officers.
Yeah, the other people in Zealous.
I'm gonna message them and let them know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna message the Warden of Ice.
Okay. It wasn't his old day. It was started with a Y.
I don't.
Isn't the Warden of Ice dead?
No, they were.
There was the Warden of Sound that is. Oh no, the Warden of Ice is dead.
One of them was doing the illusions to, and then we brought one of them back.
The seer one seemed pretty neutral. If you want to sending this the Warden of Seeing, or
that's
whatever.
fine. Just one of the wardens. They all hate us regardless.
Sure.
And I will let them know more specifically, like, hey, it's the ones who stole but not stole the staff. And I'll let them know that
your staff is embedded in a dragon.
I will go further into detail of like. So the staff was we think the staff was used to summon Dekarin, but like other planar Dekarin, other reality Dekarin, and that now the staff is embedded in an obsidian dragon, an undead obsidian dragon that is flying somewhere northwest of Torvosa.
The sound of your voice makes my blood boil. This is good. Because I hope that I can burn you with it when I next see you.
Yeah, they hate him.
Yeah. I'll send one back. I'll be like, it was good hearing from you too. Have a good day. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. I would say, most of what you get back is pleasantries aside from Grindel's. What are you doing to my shit?
Right. Yeah. Of course.
We made it better. It has cup holders.
I turned the speaker down.
But I will say that when you message Marilyn, well, I happy to hear from you. I was kind of worried. We hadn't heard from you guys in a while, but we made some progress with our metal friend.
Apollo?
Yeah.
Is that who? Oh, yeah, because Apollo's with him.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because they're on the Vithnican Plateau.
Yeah, they're both together. Yeah. But you sending both of them just in case.
You never know.
Well, he's definitely from somewhere bad.
That is
the plane of basically hell, as far as I understand.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
I think
Apollo.
he was sent here a long time ago.
Right.
But I'm throwing caution to the wind on the words because I'm sure you would just resending. But
yeah.
definitely seems like he was brought back, and something just sparked in him, and he's alive now. He seems to have his own free will. He's sort of free of the hold that this fiend had over him way back when. He still can draw power from them though, so that's pretty cool.
And then he also sending to Apollo. Did Apollo say anything?
They're still kind of sorting me out. I'm making sense of a lot of it. But as soon as I feel it's safe, I'll come to help if I can.
Thank you, Apollo. I appreciate that. What was the time period?
Oh, God. You want to know when he was found? Because he was found not when he landed. He was landed there like
Long time.
If I remember right, I honestly can't remember right.
No.
So long
Okay,
ago.
so I guess part of what I'm thinking, you don't have to necessarily fact check it, but what if Apollo was the first attempt at them trying to?
It was before that.
Summon
Apollo,
Descartes and-
Apollo came from way before that, I would think, because Elwyn, it came before Elwyn was born, I think, if I remember right. They based on the ruins, they
Oh,
thought,
it would have been before Elwyn was born. Yes.
yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought you were saying Dakar.
Right before he showed up in this plane. Are you saying somebody summoned him to this plane to do something?
Apollo
like he was-
arrived in this plane before Elwyn was alive.
They would tell
Right.
you based on their research that they think he was sent by this devil entity
Mhm.
to cause harm to the material plane.
Oh, okay.
But he was not able to do so, and instead he was unearthed by
Right, yeah. that
and you
also-
know the rest of the story.
Yeah. Okay.
But they've gleaned that much. Right now they're just trying to figure out if he's still beholden to that entity should they become aware of his
Right.
awakened
Reactivation.
state. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a sleeper agent.
But I'd say that's pretty much the only new information that you would get.
Could I request that you have
I do have one more. I'm gonna be annoying.
That's
the
fine. You're not being
wizard,
annoying.
whenever you're sending the wizard, could you ask him to set up a teleportation circle to this specifications?
Oh,
The one on Vithnica.
I can. I'd really
I'm
rather
working
not.
I'm working on another spell that
Teleportation circle. Yeah.
I almost picked it up this level, but I was like, oh, you have to. Someone else has to draw the thing. So like, if he can work on it, I can set up the other connection and
Oh, like on the ship.
kind of.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay. I'll relay that if you allow me to.
These sciences are quite exact, but I can do most anything.
Would hope so.
If these specifications are to be believed, I should be able to have that circle ready in a day's time.
That sounds wonderful. I really appreciate
To make it permanent, he has to cast it on the same spot. I think for like a year.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
To make it
Who
permanent.
are
make
you
it
talking
permanent.
to?
But he'll-
Unless they
the
already
head wizard
have
of
one.
Vithnican Plateau.
That-
Vithnic-
that-
Vithnic-
Yeah, if they already have one too, then like
would probably already
tell
How
me
they
the
don't
specification so that whenever I
questions.
get it, I can make one that connects there.
Perhaps it would be more useful to you to convey the specifications of our existing teleportation circle.
You know what? That sounds like a wonderful idea. What are those specifications?
It is round, and it has markings across.
Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah.
He explains it to you in excruciating
I
detail.
just wanted to ask him a question.
Yeah, ask him. So
I just
yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
ask him a question.
Make him burn spell. He dies because of that.
Honestly, good. There's a school of necromancy there. They'll be fine.
So when and if I
Bring
pick
him
up
back.
teleportation circle, we can get to Vithnica if we need to.
That's
Smart.
a good idea. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very smart.
That being said,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to sending
Me.
Taffy
Oh.
and ask
Taffy's not dead.
Happy
if
will
Taffy
respond.
has seen any dragons in the sky flying around.
Oh, because Taffy's in Imser?
Yep.
I didn't know I should have been looking. I
Question.
haven't been looking at the sky. You think there was a dragon up there?
There was a dragon.
Well, thanks, stranger. I'll be sure to keep an eye out.
Appreciate it.
You get what you get.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did the Kiss respond?
Sorry. What specifically did you say to Kish again?
Everything. We'll tell
Yeah,
Kiss about
explain.
everything we figured out about how this was
And how Coranta's lair was being used.
Coranta's
Yeah.
lair and how this a much darker version of the Ashen probably.
Odd. It is good to hear your voice.
Oh, you too.
This is perplexing information, to be sure. But it certainly explains how this entity could have passed through my lord's lair. I will pass this information along to him personally.
Yeah, I was about to say let Coranthus know too. Makes sense.
Things are
quiet of late. But if we see fit to join the fray with you, then we will.
We're about to have an Avengers level team up. It's gonna be
Yeah.
teleportation circle. Instead of the sling rings, it's gonna be a bunch of teleportation circles.
Literally.
We're gonna need a bigger table.
Here's the twist. I get one more item and I'm Thanos.
Dutton's trying to
Angel,
cast
hopefully I did you justice there.
Yeah.
Dutton's trying to cause some chaos in the chat, I think.
No,
Dutton.
Get it done.
Dutton.
Lord
What?
Dump,
not.
Why
Lord
didn't
Dump
it
the
work?
episode.
He
Yeah,
didn't do
right.
redeem.
Oh.
I think he's just trying to see us squirm.
Dutton.
How many
You're
points
making
does
me
he have?
nervous, buddy.
I don't know how many points he even has.
He has 16,840 points.
How do you know?
But he checked it as.
I was like, damn, when did you get that access?
Oh, Dutton. You sneaky over there, buddy.
That was actually what they were. Whenever they had their solo session, it was yeah.
Yeah, I was
You
hacking.
made him an admin.
I do have something planned if it happens. I'm just saying. So,
Yeah. I think
if that is everything, I think, and again, you know, it was a lot, but I feel like that would have happened
All
over.
6, yeah.
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 After
We leveled up.
many days of travel, you had leveled up last session. We already
Oh,
covered that. Yeah.
again? Great.
After your weary 6 days of travel, you near the border between Banara and Sojit, as well the border between Banara and Froidan.
Yeah.
This village of Kata really sits at a cross-section between the three, nestled under the shade of a mountain. You see a small village that has paved cobblestone streets. You would imagine that it sees a lot of travel, people that are moving to and from Kinmatoro. This might be a good last stop before getting into the throes of the desert at large. And so you set the ship down out of town, but close enough that you might be able to get there quickly, seeing as there's not much tree cover. And as you move towards the town of Kata, you feel a relative sense of unease, knowing the conditions of the area around, the fact that war could boil over and spill into this town at any point. You can only imagine what the many merchants that travel through Kata may be feeling as well. And that is where we will end our session for tonight. So, thank you everyone for joining us on a Saturday
I love a
instead
Lord
of a
Dump
Wednesday.
Hold on, I have more sendings.
This was certainly a big lore dump episode, but huge revelations and huge implications for the rest of the campaign. If you are curious as to what got us to this point, I forgot to mention at the start, but do check out our recaps. They'll get you caught up in 40 minutes or less.
Yes.
And I'm going to be making a new one pretty soon. I meant to do it this week, but I didn't have time. Do also check out our friends over at Tabletop Beard. Like I said earlier, the Cleric beard oil is available at 20% off using code CHAOS20, and that'll work for your whole order. That is not a clerical error. I had to say the joke again. It was that good. Do also check out our friends over at Darkeport. They just wrapped up a really big campaign arc. And until
they
next
did.
time, go out there and make some chaos.
Bye.
We're getting really good at that final